Get ready for Sunday night. Oh, wait, I forgot. Wrong. I gotta wait. Hey, fam, this is the first week, right? Because we thought, we knew we was going to beat Lions, right? Escape, though. And you knew we was going to beat Philadelphia. I wasn't sure about that in the first place. Okay, so it's 50-50 thing there. But this game, who knows? Because we don't know which... we still don't really know which cheese factory's going to show up, right? Because the Packers... they look like ass against the Lions to start the game. To the point the Lions would decide to get themselves a linebacker. But if that's all that was worrying the Lions, who is it that has a linebacker? Oh, God, yes! So I'm looking forward to this game. Yeah, because, if the man ain't comfortable, he can't do no offense. And one thing I can be sure of, and you can too, boy, Aaron Rodgers is not going to be comfortable sitting in that pocket. No. But we got our own issues. 49ers, Elijah Mitchell, he's only possible to play versus the Packers. Trey Sermon appears to be on a good path. So the Niners are out to prove that the old adage that the NFL championship is not won in September is now alive and kicking. The Packers will meet a Niners team this Sunday night that will be without their world-class sprinter, Raheem Mostert, for the second time in a row. So they got this last time, right? We didn't have anybody playing for us last time. I thought Kyle was going to have to bust out on the field, him and the coaching staff, to fill in some of them voids. Remember that? So this is like that game, y'all beat us up while we was laying down hurt, huh? All right. Y'all know payback is going to be a biatch. So on a positive note, though, Elijah Mitchell may at least keep the speed element in the lineup. Maybe. They said he had a stinger, but I don't know. While Trey Sermon, who looked fabulous before he was butchered on his carry versus the Eagles, may actually be cleared to play versus the Pack. And I like the way he looked on that run. Tonight, we'll go to the phones for your take on the Niners clearing out the cupboard on the running back's depth and how it may affect the offensive game plan versus the Packers. Because no matter what anybody says, Kyle Shanahan, this goes back years, not just now, that their whole way of thinking is based off the run. Can't run. Mike and Kyle, they don't even know. I don't even know if they know what else to do. So, we'll see what happens. By the way, in the news, the injury report, right? Eric Armstead and Emmanuel Sanders, and Emmanuel Mosley. I don't know. Emmanuel Mosley, there's something going on with their knee. Defensive tackle, Javon Kinlaw, something wrong with his knee. As always, everything, knees. And Coach Shanahan did say, though, Monday that Kinlaw, who made his season debut against the Eagles after missing week 1, wasn't out of the woods at all yet after being sidelined throughout training camp with that same knee injury that keeps on going on and on and on. We already know that that's going to be a chronic condition, and we knew that when we drafted him. So, I don't know. He's such a big body. If we could just get him out there for most of the games this year. Let's go ahead and get into this because it's late. Think about this for a moment, though, fam. Niners' 2 top healthy running backs right now for Sunday night are Trenton Cannon. You ever heard of him? Me neither. We just recently got him. I had no idea where he came from. And Jacques Patrick. Yeah, I'll tell you more about that in a second, but if you haven't known, it's unlikely the two just arrived players who have combined for like zip nada starts and 150 rushing yards between them will be headlining against the Packers. Because if it does, we got a problem. And you ain't got to call Houston. You can call Santa Clara. On this particular Wednesday, though, Elijah Mitchell did not practice. Trey Sermon remained in concussion protocol. And we have already been told JaMycal Hasty will miss multiple weeks with a high ankle sprain. Each player was injured on Sunday's win against the Gangsta Eagles, which came a week after the Niners lost Raheem for the season with a knee injury. So, okay. Coach Kyle Shanahan said, though, quote, there's a chance we'll only be down one running back compared to last week. And there's a chance that we might have a whole new group. You've got to plan for everything. Coach, how do you plan for that, though? Shanahan said during his presser today, Mitchell, who has assumed lead back duties, has a shoulder injury, which is a little worse than a stinger. Coach Shanahan seems hopeful. Mitchell suffered a stinger against Philly. Mitchell exited in the fourth quarter, but he returned when Sermon and Hasty were injured and had 3 carries for 10 yards after re-entering the game. Guys, as I looked at that situation, that's pure insanity. I already got him hurt. I thought I had enough running backs today. I got 2 more. I'll put them in. The Phillies sending them back in a body bag. And now, Elijah, man, you got to go back out there. The Eagles have to be the most physical team in the NFL. That's the way it is. So when people keep talking about, well, the offense didn't do nothing, shh, boy, you better check yourself, man. The Eagles ain't to be messed with. Coach Shanahan said the severity of Mitchell's injury was why he was sidelined during today's practice. So Coach Shanahan added that he's got a chance to play against Green Bay, unquote. Meanwhile, Sermon, who was face down on the field with what Coach Shanahan termed a scary concussion, was limited in practice while wearing a non-contact jersey today. At least he's got that going for him. Maybe. The good news is that his participation in practice means he's not experiencing post-concussion symptoms. And Coach said, quote, Sermon was on a good path, unquote. Meanwhile, the 49ers claimed Cannon off waivers from the Ravens, and that was just a couple of weeks ago on September 15th, and signed Patrick off the Bengals practice squad just yesterday. Today they signed running back Chris Thompson. He's 30 years old to the practice squad. Thompson joined running back Kerryon Johnson, who was signed to the practice squad last week. What's interesting is that the Niners acted out of character. Check again, Patrick, 6'2". He's 231 pounds. This dude is considerably bigger than most of the running backs in the Niners have had in Shanahan's 5 seasons. The average weight of the other 4 running backs on the active roster, 201.3. This is a big man. He ain't reminding anybody of Derrick Henry, but that's a big dude. And, of course, part of the reason the Niners added Patrick is because options are limited when sniffing around through other teams' practice squads. But, you have probably heard it. Frank Gore. And Shanahan said, I probably could call Frank. He'd probably get ready for us in a minute, but we'll see what happens. Shanahan today, of course, was suddenly asked about signing a bigger body back. Coach Sanchez was interested. He said above-average speed wasn't a necessity for backs in the Niners' outside zone running scheme, but it was an advantage. He said Mostert, among the NFL's fastest players, allowed him to add other elements to the Niners' outside zone scheme. Shanahan went on to say, quote, I think Raheem changed up a lot of stuff. When you have a Raheem and a speed, which is different than everyone's, you get used to having that and start to design plays for that. Plays that I don't think many people in the world can run. He's right, too. But we never said we have to have guys that run 4 3-second 40-yard dashes, unquote. Fam, how do you suppose Shanahan is going to alter and design this week's attack offensively? Because I don't want to see a Dak Prescott and Jimmy putting up 40, 50, 60 shots. I really don't. That's not the Shanahan way of doing things, and I don't think it'll work anyway. Let's see. Kirk Comedian said, hey, shout out from Eastern Ohio. Time to grade some cheese Sunday night. Bosa will get 2 more sacks. Yeah. Especially with that offensive line look this past week. Coach Simo. Coach Simo, Ronbo Sports expect a little different defense from the Packers in this game than we have seen before. They run primarily 3-4 front and bring 5 on passing downs. They do have 1 defensive outside linebacker injured. Good report, Coach. I like that. I like that a lot. Coach goes on to say, I suspect using our running backs against their inside linebackers will be a good matchup for us as well as our zone run scheme, too. Kittle should have a big day. I want to see George get involved. Matt, yes, From Bend, Oregon, hey, Matty. Scott Broyles, if Sermon plays after taking a Dick Butkus forearm to the dome, a helmet-to-helmet KO shot, and a lawn dart-like header into the earth, it'll be a miracle. Philly, man, I hope I hear about some fines being issued in Philly soon. They usually issue a few days later when they decide how much money they want to charge. Both of them MFs need to be charged some big-time money. Ray Jr., what up, Ronbo? Let's talk about how Aaron Rodgers is Bosa lunch meat Sunday night. Eric, get on in here, man. Eric.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Eric, man, I'm looking at something I've not seen since Shanahan got here. All of a sudden, week 2. Eric, week 2. We ran out of running backs. How in the hell did that happen? And what are we going to do now with that part of the program?
I literally have no clue. We had a crap ton of running backs, like especially during the offseason when we're all talking shit how many running backs we had, and now they're all gone. They're all gone.
And we were saying things like, which one are we going to get rid of? We can't keep all of them. I said back then, though, Eric. I said, what do you mean we can't keep all of them? We better try to keep all of them or keep them on speed dial. God.
But, I mean, these new guys, I mean, I have no idea who they are, but most likely they're going to make a difference no matter what. That just seems like it's like that in Kyle Shanahan's offense. No matter what running back you put in there, he seems pretty good.
Yeah.
I heard someone in the chat say Matt Breida. I think it was like on Sunday. Is he available?
He's like so low on the depth chart that I'm sure that if you offer Miami a 6th or 7th round pick, they take it though. That's as much as my own speculation on that matter.
Well, it's shocking, but it's just one of those things where, like, you know, you got to get through it no matter what. So I found it so funny during the press conference. They asked Kyle, like what they were gonna trade for Aaron Rodgers, and Kyle goes, you know, to the reporter, and I'm like, damn, that shit had me laughing. But it's crazy. It's crazy to think about that it took one decision in a couple of minutes, and we would have been with Aaron Rodgers. And I think that's crazy to think about now. Now it's week 3. It's week 3, and he's over there. But I get it. Doesn't really matter.
And then, Eric, you know what? The Packers were never going to trade. I don't know why they keep bringing these things up. The Packers were never going to trade Rodgers. What were you going to offer him? A 1st-round pick?
Yeah.
They weren't going to take it.
It was probably going to be like 3 1st-round picks and then Jimmy G. But
they've already got Love, so it wouldn't have been Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy just would have got, maybe we'll trade Jimmy to somebody else, but it wasn't going to be the Packers. So, you know, it was 3 1st-round picks. Aaron Rodgers is how old? I don't think so. Maybe. Yeah, I can't imagine that, though.
Yeah, but if you were trading for Aaron Rodgers, basically they were saying Super Bowl or nothing this year, and they didn't do it. So, you know, I think it worked out for the best long term, especially with Lance.
Yeah.
I did say during the offseason that if Jimmy Garoppolo plays well, to trade him during the season, mid-season, and he is playing pretty well. I think he needs like a couple more games though, and I think the Niners should end up making a trade. But
I would bet heavy on that, though. You could see the confidence. Shanahan is not going to run any risk. We need to win the division, at least come close to winning the division. This is not a year you can actually play with like that. So that speculation of trading him mid-season, I would bet the farm against that. Not going to happen. If we're 5 or 6 or 7 and 1 by mid-season, don't bet on bet on any trade, because now you have to depend on Trey, who's not getting any snaps. That means the rest of the season we're hoping that we can, you know, Trey could probably put in a position where he just hands the ball off, but there's no Raheem Mostert, and you got running. This is the kind of thing where if Shanahan has another losing season, there's gonna be trouble.
Yeah, fans and the staff are going to question his job. But to me, I think for me, I still consider it because despite how good we could end up being, it's not a guarantee that we go to the Super Bowl even with Jimmy Garoppolo. We've already lost Jason Verrett. I don't even expect to see us in a Super Bowl without our Pro Bowl corner. That just doesn't make, like last year. I didn't really expect to see us in the Super Bowl without Nick Bosa. I didn't think that was going to happen. And I don't really think it's going to happen without our Pro Bowl corner and Jason Verrett. And we've already lost all our running backs. So to me, it's just one of those things where you're in the toughest division. You're low key. I wouldn't say falling apart, but like you're starting to lose a couple pieces, main pieces, and.
But that's why you built that depth.
Know,
that's why you built that depth to the point you did.
No.
You just can't have a losing. You cannot have a losing season.
Yeah.
You got to go with what you can. If they go 2-6, and Kyle basically be giving up the season at that point. You get rid of Garoppolo. You bring Trey in. He's got a lot to learn. A lot of analysts have already said that, including what's his name. But then you gotta hope, keep your fingers crossed that they can still win a couple of games. But a losing season is going to be a big trouble. We'll see though. And we're gonna run out of time. Production's already yelling at me.
All right,
Ronbo. Hey, all right, be back. Bring that argument back Friday. We'll talk about it. All right.
All right, Ronbo. I'll catch you later.
All right, man. There he is. From the blue waters of Hawaii. Tony! Come on in, Tony.
Aloha, Ronbo. Happy Wednesday to you. How are you?
Good. I just need to hear about a running back healing up between now and Friday. But otherwise, Tony, it's sitting on pins and needles, basically what it is. How about you? What are you thinking here?
Well, I'm optimistic. I am optimistic in terms of both Elijah Mitchell and Trey Sermon. I don't know. Kyle Shanahan always has that sort of deadpan, a response to everything. Belichickian, kind of his demeanor in press conferences. I don't know. I find him that way. But he seemed to me to be pretty optimistic about getting both those guys back. And if we get both those guys back, I think we're going to end up running all over the Green Bay Packers. And at the same time, I mean, what do we got? Kerryon Johnson on the practice squad. We got that guy Cannon, I think from Baltimore, who's I guess blazing fast. But even though he's more of a return man, maybe he might have some Raheem Mostert elements to his game just with his pure speed, which could be interesting. And the thing I keep thinking back to is the early 2000s. With Mike Shanahan and the Denver Broncos, and with running backs like Olandis Gary and Mike Williams and Tatum Bell, just random people all of a sudden blowing up my fantasy leagues when I was in my early 20s. And I was like, who are these people? And I realized, it's the system. It's the system. It's not so much. It's just the way that they scheme those guys for the run game. That's not to say we take anything for granted, Ronbo, but I'm cautiously optimistic that the guys that we drafted this year are going to play. And I also think that should they not be able to play, I think we're going to be able to get Kyle will be able to get some production out of the practice squad scraps that he currently has. But
scraps.
It's kind of is where we are right now. I hate to say it.
Kerryon Johnson. We just went out and found some people. And that's why I said, Frank Gore, coach, you may as well bring Frank in. At least you know he's going to get whatever you ask him to do done.
Here's the thing. If Kyle Juszczyk gets God forbid anything happens to Kyle Juszczyk, then I think that's when you pull the trigger on Frank Gore, because Frank Gore, I think at this stage in his career would be a much better fit for the sorts of things that that Juszczyk does than what the halfbacks do at this point. But let's not even go there as of right now. I mean, I would love to bring Frank Gore back. That'd be really fun and really. That would be really great for the fan base, but I think there's a reason why the front office and Kyle are going with the running backs that they are going with right
Detroit versus everybody.
Oh, okay. Detroit versus everybody. All right, sounds good. No, but all in all, I think it's just going to mean, though, too, that we're going to be passing a little bit more this week if those running backs are not at full health, and that's going to be interesting to see. Really, though, the difference maker this week is going to have to be, I think, George Kittle, whether it's in the running game or in the passing game, because we are going to be short-staffed at running back. And when we do pass, the Green Bay Packers have three have three cornerbacks who can play with our three wide receivers, and so that means the tight end is going to have to step up in one way or another this week. So I'm looking for Kittle to have a big marquee game this week.
Tony, you know what from what you just said, just led me to believe we're going to see a lot of screens and short passes, which is pretty much just an extension of the run game.
Yeah.
You're going to see Debo, George, and maybe Ayuk even more so. We're gonna think it's 19 Bill Walsh.
Yeah.
You're going to see just short outs on every down, just about, until Green Bay Packers demonstrate that they can stop it.
Yeah, I agree. I think what the game plan should be is to feed Kittle, or at least to show Kittle off, which will cause Green Bay to flop Jair Alexander on the inside to cover Kittle the same way that the Rams use Jalen Ramsey. And that should open up things on the outside for Brandon Ayuk and Sherfield going up against, whoever is the guy who is on King. Whoever King has is the one that Jimmy should be looking to first. But we have to set that all up. I mean, obviously, running game is important. Yeah, well, he's the third best. If my eyes are to be believed, against Green Bay, King, who was the starting cornerback for them last year, is their third best cornerback. So they have King, they have Stokes from the first round, who played pretty well, and then they have Jair Alexander. And I think that's a formidable cornerback triplet, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I think Trent Sherfield can run King out of here. And goodness, if we get Ayuk on King, or if King gets on Ayuk, watch out. But we got to get him the ball. That's the other half of that deal, though.
That's got to be set up, though. And you know how Kyle is. He'll meticulously set that up till he finally can take that shot. So we'll see. That could be interesting.
Yeah, let's hope so. Anyway.
All right, Tony. I knew you'd have an antidote. I just knew it. God, bring the wine. We're ready to bring the ticket, the bill too.
Rock on, Ronbo. Always good to talk to you. I'll talk to you probably on Friday. Okay.
So hopefully, I'll see you then. All right, Tony.
Aloha.
Aloha. There he goes, Tony. It is Papa Dragon.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Pop, man, suddenly they got us on crutches, medication. We're already sick, and it's week 3. I just didn't see this coming. You never can see all this coming. Him, everybody who runs the ball. And we got a good we got a good offensive line this year. What happened to them boys? Not eating their oatmeal.
No, it's not that. Actually, I was talking to a inside scooper today. A little word on Ayuk for the faithful. Rumor has it that Ayuk has been spending extra time in the treatment rooms.
Uh-oh.
That typically indicates a soft tissue injury, such as a hamstring. Yeah. So there is no drama. You have somebody who has probably a sore hamstring or a sore calf muscle, something like that. So it's not what people are thinking. But thank goodness for Debo. Now, as far as running backs go, I don't know what they're going to do. I'll tell you what I would do. What I would do is I would go right back to the old Mike Shanahan Denver Broncos tape, and I would really, really go back to the old school way of running the zone run game, the zone read run game, which is putting your offensive line all together in motion and giving the running back the opportunity to cut back. And to me, I would probably stick Trey Sermon as my starting running back, and I would probably give him the ball at least 25 times. If they do that, I believe they'll win this game. Now, typically, when I bet on a game, and right now the game has a spread of 4 points, I'm going to take the better quarterback, and I'm going to take the points and bet on that team. However, obviously, we've had Rodgers' number. But based on what we're seeing with the running backs, based on what we're seeing with the injuries, unfortunately, this is something that I think you're going to continue to see, but I think most of it is self-inflicted. We have too many hands in the cookie jar when it comes to training, too many players doing their own thing outside of Santa Clara, and then coming in doing extra stuff. And to me, that seems where a bulk of things are happening. Absolutely. I would sign Frank Gore, and not to play fullback. The dude's 5'9", 210 pounds. He's not going to replace Juszczyk. That's just not going to happen.
I didn't know he was that
Could
heavy.
he?
Oh, that's impressive. At 5'9".
No, he's always been around 215, 205. He always fluctuates between that. But I would have bought him back a long time ago because, again, knowledge is the greatest teacher, knowledge and experience. And I think
Yep.
that Frank would definitely teach a lot of these players how to stay healthy, how to rehab those injuries, how to get better, probably figure out what's going on with Kinlaw, help him out a great deal. But, you got to take those steps, Kyle. What are you doing, Kyle? Now, that being said, right now, Jimmy G is playing his best football, but unfortunately, that comes out to one touchdown a game. All right. So I don't think there's going to be a big explosion in touchdowns, but I do believe that they need to do anything and everything to score points flat out. And from what I'm seeing right now, and I did look at all the game film from the last game, 5-man fronts, which was really created by Bill Belichick, is causing these boys a lot of problems. So they're not able to run the exotic uh, running schemes that the Niners usually have, because you have 3 interior linemen, you have 2 outside linebackers on outside of the tackles. And then what happens is that when you try to pull somebody jumps in that gap and they're kind of blowing plays up in the backfield. So they really can't do a whole lot of pulling. They're going to have to literally play smash mouth football with a fullback. And I think if they do that, if Husek's on the field 50-60% of the snaps, you do your short passing game, I think they can win this game. I do think they can get more points, though, if they add more rushing attempts via the quarterback position. And unfortunately, that's Trey Lance. So I just don't know how that's going to play out. And it's too close to call right now. But ultimately, we'll have to see what happens. As far as right now, Kittle's been doing a lot of blocking. So he's an expensive blocker. If you think about it, he's the second highest paid offensive lineman on the team, and he's the most expensive decoy in the league because it's a decoy a lot, especially in the red zone. I would think that they would try to figure out ways to get him out there, and I'm very disappointed that they cut Jordan Matthews, because I thought that they could get those 2 guys on the field at the same time and kind of get Kittle out in the patterns more. But I don't know, but we'll see.
You know what, Pop? The Eagles, I mean the Packers' run defense is so bad. I would have George run the ball a couple of times. I'm looking for,
I agree.
Really,
I
they
agree.
really look
I
bad.
I agree.
And I'm thinking
agree.
they may pull something weird because nobody's expecting George to run. And if he does start running,
Well,
I don't think
right.
the Packers will do a thing about it. So what
No,
do I say?
no. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I would try to figure out some kind of way to get George involved. I mean, I would put him in the fullback position. I would do all kinds of crap just to get him into the game a little bit more as a threat, because Debo can't be the only threat. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no. And he won't be. I'm sure Kyle's got an idea about that. But you kind of worry me about Ayuk and that. I knew it was something like that because he can play. He doesn't need anybody to get mad at him. If he can play,
No,
he'll
that's
play.
the word. No, it was baloney from the very get.
All
So
right.
they just
It's
they're
just something to
fine.
talk about.
They're
The
fine.
media loves to have fun.
It's
All right, fam.
no, it's
I'm gonna
Kyle too. It's
I know
Kyle,
Kyle will
Kyle's-
not give you straight answers. I know. Bob,
Yeah,
we're going to
Kyle's-
go. Let me see you Friday and see what
All right,
develops.
brother.
Maybe it'll be
All right.
good.
Shout
All
out
right, fam.
to production. Oh no, I'm trying to get my pick ready for Friday, so we're gonna find out. I was close
All
last
right.
time. All right.
All right. Night, fam.
All right. Shout
That's
out.
Papa D. Paul III, I see you. So glad Sermon and Norman practiced today. I keep forgetting we have Josh Norman. He came in and got a couple of flags and left last week. So I don't know what to expect from him next. Salvador. Sal. Salvador.
Whoa. RONBO, Red and Gold Radio.
Sal.
Sorry,
Good to hear
Ronbo, I
from
was
you, fam.
watching the stream.
Yeah, he tell you.
Yeah, pretty good.
Sal, here we are.
Chilling.
something that usually has happened down to the last few years. Usually wait until about week 5 or 6 or something at the earliest, right? So here we are, week 3, and we're calling people up from the YMCA to come on in and see if they can play football for us. And now you figure Bobby Turner is a miracle worker for getting running backs ready, but he ain't got but a few days to get this guy Jacques Patrick in, and they got a couple other guys, as Tony described, as scrubs. Sal, what are we doing, man? What are we going to do here? What are you expecting?
Man, that offense, it's pretty good. As far as, we got stars. It looks like we have depth. We're running low on depth on the running back position, Already, I'm just waiting back for Wilson Jr. I want to hear some news already on him.
Got to wait about 3 more weeks.
3 more weeks, right?
At
Week
least.
6. I know. I'm gonna pick him up. I'm gonna pick him up a week or 2 prior on fantasy before he comes back, because he's gonna be the number 1 guy.
Yeah.
If obviously, Mostert's done for the year, but with our two rookie running backs, really excited for them. I think Sermon was running the ball good until he took off, and he got hit twice in the head, and then third time hitting the ground. So you can't really expect that. You can't plan for that. But it looked like he got a couple yards first down on that one on his only run, right?
Yeah,
it looked like it was going.
Looked awesome coming through there. And God,
yeah,
Eagles just beat him up. God, that was nasty.
With Elijah Mitchell, let's just hope he's a tough little running back, man. He was taking some big hits out there, so hopefully he saves his body, because it's a long season, Ronbo. We got 17 games of this, and we're gonna go. We might be the first team in the NFL to go through like 5, 6 starting running backs in a year if we keep it up,
Sense. Because but you're right.
Yeah.
If Mitchell plays, we got this. Because they look really bad stopping the run, and those guys with the Lions, they're okay, but I think Mitchell's better. So they were doing well, the Lions running back. So I said, you know what? Oh, I really want to be able to run with these guys. Huh.
And I pointed this out, Ronbo. I was watching the game on Monday. I believe Packers were allowing some pressure. They have some problems on the line. So Aaron Rodgers got sacked, by that subpar Lions defense. They also allowed pressure too.
A lot.
So basically means, I'm sorry. They didn't get no pressure. Wrong. Yeah, I said it wrong. They didn't get as many sacks as the 49ers. No, the Packers. Their pass rush.
Oh, they don't have a pass rush right now. They don't offensive and defensive line. They got issues. Yeah, because Bakatara is not back yet.
Yeah, I think it was in the 4th quarter. They just sacked Goff for the first time. So that immediately light bulb went off in my head. Because Ronbo, I went to both Packers games in 2019. Okay, it was a complete blowout. Both games. The first game, it was a weird game. Sunday night, both teams coming in hot, 9-1, 8-1, whatever it was. Those, excuse my language, but I won't. The freaking Packers fans, they showed out deep. They come out to support their team in the regular season game. Okay, all pregame. Filled the stands, loud as hell. Go Pack, go! Go Pack, go is what they
top
chant.
Of the head. I know.
Yeah, but as I'm walking up to the 4th level, because that's where my tickets were, I took over their chant. It was go 9 go by the time I got to my seat. So faithful, be louder than those people. Don't let them come into our house, our opening our opening game, and try to bully us, try to take over our stadium. Because the Packers, these teams, they feed off of fans, and those fans definitely would have made a difference if the game was different 2 years ago. But our defense stepped up, our offense was clicking just like this year. Defense, Ronbo, it's clicking. I think we could stop Aaron Rodgers, and it starts with the front 4. Bosa,
and Fred,
Street, Fred, all those guys on the front 4, in the front 7. I think that's going to be the difference. What I really didn't notice. Sorry about that. But what I really didn't notice was Jair Alexander in our matchups with him. last couple times. We don't really see him make any plays out there, and I'm not sure it's because we're not testing him or what it was, but he was pretty quiet in those 2 games, and he's a lockdown corner. So we'll see how it is this year. We have obviously a leading receiver, but I'm gonna predict a George Kittle breakout game. Something like a 10-catch game, 100 yards, hopefully a couple scores. He needs a high volume game.
And Sal, you can expect that. You know why? Because the Pack is going to gamble with going after Debo. Or else Debo has proven, you let me play and don't keep an eye on me, I will kill you. And that's just the way it is. So, George, like he did when we had Marquise Goodwin, cut off of Debo's tail, boom, there he is. We'll see what happens. I got a feeling Shanahan's going to go in that direction, though. So we'll see. All right, fam. Sal, I'll see you Friday, huh?
Sure, yeah, Ronbo. Nice talking to you tonight.
All right. It's great to hear from you, Sal.
You're going to just do one more show this week?
Oh, yeah. Friday? Oh, yeah. Prediction night. Got to.
All right.
All right.
Sure.
Looking for you.
I'll try to come in and give my predictions.
I hope so.
You have a good night, Ronbo.
You too. And night, fam. J Sports Enthusiast says this will be a huge game for Jimmy. Packers are going to force him to make plays. Needs to take care of the ball and avoid forced passes. Go Niners. J Sports, I got a feeling this is that game that Jimmy's going to get everybody off his back. Last year we saw, 2019, we saw Drew Brees, and we said Drew Brees is going to just annihilate us. Jimmy went with him toe for toe, shoulder to shoulder. This will inspire him. Hey, Z, the dark one has arrived. Z.
The dark one is here. What's good, Ronbo?
We're looking at our dilemma. I don't know. I'm trying to remember the last time we was down to 0 running backs and had to call people in the week of the game to see if they can help us out. Now, we got Kerryon Johnson on the practice squad. I don't know why the 49ers went ahead and got a couple of more people. Now, that tells me Kerryon Johnson is not impressing Shanahan to no large degree. We got this other guy that's real fast. But you saw what he did. I didn't even know who he was in that game against the Eagles. They handed him the ball, and he ran as fast as he could into a pile of bodies and laid down. So I'm thinking, this big dude that goes 220-something, 30 pounds, 6'2", I kind of like the thought of him crashing, going north-south. If Bobby Turner trains him, see, he may be a weapon. I don't know. What are you thinking, man? What are we going to do without running backs?
All right, so as of right now, it's really looking dark right now for the running back depth. But the thing is, I see why Kyle Shanahan did what he did in the draft. He went and got 2 running backs. He went and got 2 cornerbacks. Those are the problems we're having currently right now. So I like what he did in the draft. You know what I'm saying?
And it didn't
but
help.
as we see now, we are having no running backs right now. So now we're going out there looking for people and try to help with this situation that we're dealing with. But if you ask me, it's all about the system. Kyle Shanahan make running backs, if you ask me, when he brings them to his system. All the running backs shine. So whoever he gets or whoever we bring or whoever sets up to the plate is going to do a pretty good job because of that system, that offense. You understand what I'm saying?
And Bobby Turner. I don't know what Bobby does to
Bobby
him.
Turner. Bobby's the beast. Yeah, so this game is going to determine how we are depth-wise and if we really are them guys. Because the first 2 weeks, week 1, week 2, those wasn't real contenders. I'm not trying to disrespect those teams, but they gave us a fight, though. Green Bay is one of those teams that everybody puts at the top of the list. So if we can do if we can destroy or get the W against Aaron Rodgers, against Green Bay with the squad we got now, just wait till we get our people back. That tells you everything right there. Because all we need is the offensive line to work for us. You know what I'm saying?
It will. Oh, it will. I'm looking for Jimmy to have a clean pocket. They don't have any kind of. Remember Jared Goff standing back in the pocket, and all the booth announcers says, Jared Goff, that was over 3.2 seconds. Jared Goff's never enjoyed that much fun in the pocket since he's come to the NFL, I said, and their offensive line is good, but it certainly ain't no better than the 49ers offensive line. If Green Bay allows Jimmy that much time, if they allow Trey that much time in the pocket, although somebody said Trey already gets more time than that, but if they allow that much time, I like our chances. I like our chances a lot.
And don't forget about my boy Kyle Juszczyk. That's what Shanahan gonna do. He's gonna use Kyle Juszczyk.
Especially, as I said, if Jimmy gets that much time in the pocket, he's got every option now. He'll have three. Like you meant, utilize Juice a little more, put George in motion. And now, Debo, you know what he's going to do. So this could be interesting.
It's going to be a good game, and I'm going to make sure I tune into this one, because this one right here is going to tell me, this game right here is going to tell me if we better or we are on the same level as 2019. You hear what I'm saying, Ronbo?
Yeah. I'm starting to look at that 2019 team as, yeah. I'm got to go back and look at some games. I need a couple more weeks sample to figure this one out. But go ahead.
Nah, you're right. We need a couple more weeks, but I feel like if we get that W against Green Bay, it's going to make me feel good about the first 2 weeks. Because the first 2 weeks, I was, scratching my head. I was sweating. Body was soaking wet. You know what I'm saying?
You was feeling a little nervous, were you?
I was shaking. Yeah, I was nervous wasn't even the word. I was petrified. I was like, yo, man, can't we, you know what I'm saying? We can't go down like this against these first two teams of the week in the season. But then again, the real battle is going to come down into the division that we in. That's when it's going to come down. That's when we're going to have a battle. You know what I'm saying?
Because the Cardinals, like I told you, see, people said, man, we ain't got to worry about the Cardinals. Worry about the Seahawks and the Rams. I said, shh, y'all tripping, man. You better worry about the Cardinals.
The Cardinals is looking scary, too.
They are. They scare me more than the Hawks do.
Not Jared Goff, man. You got Stafford. He over here throwing like, he balling like he's like, oh, I'm glad I'm out of Detroit. So now I'm over here throwing, slinging it.
They almost lost, though. What we're going to see. It's like, see, that's what we got to worry about. Don't play the Packers to death and then go into the fourth quarter. We got this. And suddenly it's a one-score game. Because we did that with Detroit and we did it with the Eagles. Let's stop it now. God, no. Whew. We'll see.
Yo, it's funny because I was telling everybody we should have blew out those teams the first two. Now watch them come out and do some crazy stuff to the Packers. People gonna be like, where was that at? Wow.
Oh man. Anyway, fam, let me see you Friday. Bring your score, and we're gonna talk about what we are worried about now. All right, fam.
All right, I'm gonna see you Friday Night SmackDown. You're
Looking forward to
vibes. Dark one out.
Indeed, Dark one is out and on. Let's go. Dre, the city's main man. Dre, what's up?
You know I had to come through and bless you, Ronbo, with my presence.
Yes,
what's going on,
Appreciate
Ronbo?
it, too. We're sitting here crying like we always do. We're 2-0, and like you never know. that could be for a current shirt for every 49er fan. 49ers are 2-0, but you never know. We've been whining and crying the whole time.
You can never tell. You can never tell. But I mean, I understand our dilemmas because we want to be great. You understand?
Yes.
Like I tell people, y'all misconstrue what we say. We ain't whining. We just want to be great. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. If it comes off that we have a problem, that's amongst us. We're talking amongst fans of the faithful. We're not talking to other teams about us. No, we don't do that. And for those who do that, stop that.
Hey, but Drake,
But anyway,
people come over here while we're minding our own business. They're in here now. They come over here to talk to us about what is not their business. You know what I'm saying? So and then they run back and tell everybody, the 49ers, man, all they do is sit around and cry. You see that?
Because they ain't got no fan base.
But
I do want to piggyback off one of the callers. They said that we need to get loud in that stadium. We need to let everybody know that's our house. We the 12 up in there. we need to let them know that. We get too quiet, and when things ain't going our way, to stay and be quiet. No, let them know we there, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as these injuries goes to these running back room, man, I am scared. I'm scared as a hooker in church on Sunday, man. I don't know what to think.
Oh, you had to use that one. I haven't heard that one in years.
Oh yeah, I am scared. I don't know what to say. I mean, I would love to have Frank Gore back in here playing, but I do believe our new rookie's gonna show out and gonna give us a few weeks until we
He
get
could be used
Wilson back.
a lot this week, actually, because the Packers know nothing about him, which was a good thing about him not playing last week. There was no more film on him. All they know is
Right.
when they run the RPO, he runs right into the line of scrimmage. Well, Kyle's probably expanded him and taught him some things since that game, and we should see a different Trey Lance. So it could be.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see this game. I don't know what to expect, but I don't know what's going on with Trey Lance for running into that line like that. I don't know what was he seeing out there. I just didn't understand it. But he's a rookie, and that's expected because it was all moving fast for him, and he ain't got no experience under his belt.
Yeah, I'm sure they worked on that since then, though, because you got to see a rookie make the mistakes that he does in order to make adjustments. Like Zach Wilson over in New York, and having his coach come out there and say things.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being boring. I mean, he's got to learn that. Sal's not happy with Zach.
I hope he just don't. I like our defense too. I like our defense and our cornerbacks and everybody dogging our cornerbacks. I mean, did you not see the score last week?
Hey,
who you think was out there guarding everybody? Not themselves.
That's it.
I mean, but for everybody, make sure y'all get loud. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get in here, Ronbo, on Friday, so I'm gonna tell you my score now before I go. I was way off last week. By a whole country mile. Let me keep it a little basic this week. I say 21-24 Niners.
It's going to be close, huh? All right. It is.
Yeah,
Dre's calling for a close
I believe
contest.
It's gonna be close.
All right. Because you're right. Heem ain't here, and they can't do nothing with Heem. But I'm thinking Debo may take over that role. We'll see. Okay.
I'm thinking Debo and Kittle this game is going to be a breakout game, and everybody's going to be watching. They're going to be watching for IU. Because IU, he good. So I think it's going to be a combination of him and Debo.
Yeah, if he's feeling good, he'll get him. But if
he just back there running, if he just back there for candy eye candy, just sit back there just to run the routes with him.
Decoy.
You know what I'm saying? Run the routes with Debo and decoy, to make him think that he's gonna run the ball. But I believe most definitely, if we're gonna win this game, it's gonna be either a blowout or it's gonna be that close call I just called.
Yeah, probably. We're in our house.
and you,
Aaron hates to travel to the West Coast from Green Bay. Every time he comes over to the West Coast, not only us, but everybody he comes over here to play beats his butt up and down the field. This has been going on for years. The only reason we didn't beat him last year is if nobody was there. So we'll see.
I believe that we should beat him this game, especially with Nick Bosa. Did you see him last year? He pushed everybody to everybody, and then he swooped around him real fast. I said, "Damn, how you do that?"
And muscling dudes twice his size. And 2 and 3 dudes at that, and all of them bigger than he is. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Trey, we got to go.
Joe Staley said they should go. All right. And one more thing. Joe Staley said they should go run around in the pig pen and try to catch chickens. Maybe that'll help them. Yeah.
Rocky Balboa training. Thank you,
exactly.
Fam.
Thanks for the platform, Ronbo.
Hey, my pleasure. Talk to you later. Hey, Robert.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Robert, we're looking at our situation right now. We had like 15, 20 running backs, and now we don't have any. I just don't know what the 49ers got to do to keep a running back. So it's going to alter the game plan, and we're wondering from everybody's imagination what to expect. Robert, what are you expecting?
I'll say this week we're going to test the theory that any running back can play in this system. And we're going to find out if it's the offensive line or if it's the running back.
Robert, your connection. Are you using? You should probably get right into your phone.
Hold on 1 second.
He on that 3G still, Ronbo.
Yeah.
Ronbo.
Robert.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I can hear you now. It's very clearly now. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I think we're gonna test that theory that any running back can play in this system. So we're gonna find out, if running back is a premier position in the NFL this week or not. It used to be, and now running backs getting paid little or nothing. They say they're a dime a dozen. We're gonna find out. But I think we're gonna win this game regardless, because I think we're a lot more physical than Green Bay. I don't expect Green Bay to be physical. They're more of a finesse team. As long as we stay physical, I think we'll wear them down in fourth quarter.
Because Robert, you know what? The Lions are worse than people know. These Lions started off whooping that butt, just whooping Green Bay, did everything they wanted to do. They played the Saints, and it got ugly out there. I don't know if the Packers have made that many adjustments since, and the Lions haven't made. The Lions got a lot of problems, but they had that game.
They missing their star. They missing their starting tackle. And I'm hearing their backup tackle left tackle may be out. So, Nick Bosa going to have a finish.
So if we do struggle against the Packers, we need to be concerned.
Right. So I think, I know Aaron Rodgers is going to come to play, but I think it's going to be a little too overwhelming for him. We'll go into Seattle 3-0. But
that's a nice thought. Going to Seattle.
Diomedor, he'll get his first real test this week, give him some confidence. He's going to face one of the best receivers in the league, if not the best. I don't expect him to shut him down, but he should, get a few good plays under his belt.
But, Robert, you're right. They're going to put Adams, is it Devontae? Yeah. They're going to put him on Demo, ain't they? Boy, them no good MFs. Boy.
But you got to remember, do you know what his grade was?
Oh, he's doing great.
82.
Yeah, he's great.
He's doing great. So, hey, I'm confident with the young
Eric
guy,
Jones. Yeah. You know what I'm hoping, though? I wish Josh Norman, I don't know how long it's going to take him to get into playing shape. Tell Josh, you got Jones. Wherever Jones goes, you go. I don't know if Demo can play both sides of the field, though.
You know what I really want to see from Josh Norman? I want to see him go into the next phase of his career, because he's on the back end of his career. Can he establish himself as a veteran on the team and coach up some of these young guys, kind of like Richard Sherman? And does he have that personality? So, because he could be helpful in that way. But, when guys start getting healthy, I don't see him, holding the spot. They're actually spending a lot of time on the field.
Yeah, because you don't want him out there because he got flagged mainly because he was out. I don't think he was ready to play last week. But you know what?
No.
Mosley is the best thing we got outside of Demo, right? So I don't know when Moses is going to be able to play, though.
And Demo may be better than Moses. We better think about it. Seriously.
Oh, somebody said it.
He might be better than he is. So we might not be that bad off than what we really think, And this is you got to realize injuries are gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's part of playing in the NFL. Yeah. So we had to pick our poison. I think we're going through the injuries at the best time of the season. So hopefully on the back end we'll be healthy. We get a lot of players back on the back end of the season. Guys come off suspensions. We got guys on injury reserve. Jeff will be back. We'll be all right.
I just wish Demo does this against Jones or anything similar. If he just holds Jones down to a low, But the thing is, here's the thing, Robert. one thing we have to remember, don't be expecting Aaron Rodgers to be able to look up and find Jones every few minutes. Aaron Rodgers could be running for his life. If that offensive line, yeah, it's going to be worse than it was in Nolans. We got what Nolans got. Yeah. Go ahead, Aaron. Aaron. Aaron, you okay?
So he's gonna be, and it's gonna be an opportunity for the young guy to deal with a veteran receiver that when the play breaks down. This is gonna be a real good learning experience for him. This is not gonna have any, stigmatization on us making the playoffs.
Let's see. Not yet. Too early. Robert, I'm going to see you Friday. Bring that score with you, man, because we're going to see what develops between now and then. And, all right, guys.
Okay, all right. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Shouts out to production.
Thanks, Robert. Talk to you Friday. Listen, hey, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, man, I'm like, it's a group hug night. We just found out that we've lost every last running back that we started the season with. And
I know, right?
Now
we know why. Now we know why Kyle Shanahan signed so many damn running backs
and drafted
and why we
two.
didn't keep as many defensive linemen. It's just we lost everybody. We lost virtually every single running back we had.
Unbelievable. Week 2.
I know, right?
Wow.
But we signed, what was it, Trenton Cannon, and we have what's his name?
Jacques Patrick. Did you know anything?
Yes,
who's Cannon?
So Trenton Cannon, if I'm not mistaken, he was with the Ravens as a running back. I can't remember. We signed so many people to the practice squad. It's hard for me to remember. But Jacques Patrick, I like the idea of him being 6'2" and just being a powerhouse. Yeah. Will he fit perfectly with the 49ers? I don't know. But what the fact is I told you guys that they were thinking about bringing back Gore. At first, I thought it was a rumor, but now Kyle Shanahan's basically ruled it out as saying, I wouldn't mind having him back. Now, that depends on Frank Gore, if he's willing to follow through with his boxing career or he's willing to wear the red and gold again.
No.
I say bring back
I bet you Frank stops boxing. I mean, if they call him, he would.
But overall, though, I mean, I like this idea of, kind of attacking Green Bay outside in the wide. I don't know if anyone has spoken about that, but I really feel like our wide receivers would really shine against Green Bay. I mean, we're a run-first team, but I say let's utilize George Kittle and Dwelly the most, or utilize Travis Benjamin and Deebo Samuel to their maximum. Jet sweeps.
I forgot we even had Travis Benjamin. I forgot. We're not even trying to use speed. That's the thing. This is why when people always said, well, we never throw deep. Because deep personnel is not out there, and that's due to Shanahan, not the quarterback. See, that's why Shanahan's, what you see is what they work on all week.
Yeah.
So we're going to.
Now, here's this theory. Here's this crazy theory that I don't know if it's true or not, but I really hope it is, because this would be really cool. The reason why Shanahan hasn't started Lance yet is because they want to use him in divisional games like the Cardinals, the Seahawks, and the Rams.
I think so.
To throw everybody off. I don't know if that's true.
That could work, too.
It would. I highly recommend that idea.
And the Packers aren't that scary, so maybe you don't need to use them, because the Packers aren't the Packers right now. They're a team masquerading as the Green Bay Packers. So, I kind of like that.
And, for everyone saying, like, start Trey Lance. No, because Jimmy's winning right now. Jimmy is exactly how we wanted Jimmy to be in 2018. Think about it. He's digging in deep in the hole. He's throwing. He's 0 interceptions. He's getting rushing yards. He's doing everything we thought he was going to do when he first pulled up. And I'm all about that.
He was involved in every point against the Eagles, every hard-earned point. Jimmy was involved. So, yeah.
And the whole soft tissue thing with Ayuk, I think that's a possibility with his hamstring, because if you're just running on it and you're walking on it and you're doing everything not to heal it properly, it's going to be a while, and you're going to be on that IR for a cool minute.
Shut him down then, Steven. That's why. Are you putting him out there for decoy? Just shut him down.
That's what I'm saying. Don't use him as decoy.
And let him heal up. And in the meanwhile, give Sherfield more action. He can handle it, especially for 2-3 weeks.
And it makes no sense to me because I'm like, we have Sherfield, we have Benjamin, we have Deebo Samuel. I think there's one more on that wide receiver core besides Jalen Hurd. Oh, we can call up River Craycraft. We can bring him back from the practice squad to play a few games until Ayuk is back and healthy. Now, Ronbo, I just hope Demo Lenore has adapted well enough to actually play against Green Bay because we have Josh Norman and possibly Dre Kirkpatrick starting, but we don't know that.
I forgot.
We don't know that for sure.
We did sign him, didn't we?
Dre Kirkpatrick and Josh Norman.
Yeah, he's a tough.
I like
Dre
that idea.
Kirkpatrick's tough. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's. I mean,
hey, you got Jawan. Hey, somebody mentioned Jawan Jennings. Don't forget when the studs start drawing. That's what Jimmy did. Jimmy said, "Yeah, you guys, I'm trying to find my guys." Ha! Psych. Boom! It's Jawan Jennings. Jennings standing all by himself, boys. Oh!
I got full faith in this game. I mean, I've never been more sure about a football game in my life. Going into Detroit, going into Philly, I was unsure. But when it comes to them playing against Green Bay at home, and the throwback red jersey, the Scarlet 1994s.
Oh!
Oh, Ronbo.
We got to go. I'm gonna tell you what. Bring that score. Then think about it. Don't say too much right now. Think about it and get back Friday. Give me that score. I'll be looking for you. All right.
Catch you, Ronbo.
All right, Steven.
Good night.
Hey, Tony. Green Bay has the worst offensive and defensive lines we've played yet. True. Nick Bosa got a feast. I don't know what they're gonna do about Nick. He's gonna double, triple team. Eric Armstead, Contavious Street, D Ford. I expect you, as 3-4 guys try to take Nick down, to eat like you ain't ate in a week. And now we ask the question that we ask on a very regular basis. It is time to ask the question: what time is it?
It's Niners all day. Even when I'm not wearing the clothes. Yeah. But it's WCW. It's Wingstop Crush Wednesday. Yes. Yeah, y'all thought I was going to come here.
Put the spread out in front of him like that.
You thought I was going to come here talking about woman crushes. Your woman crush got me this. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you Seahawks fans, you Rams fans, you Niner haters. Yo, WCW got me this Wingstop.
No, I love the cuisine. You always eat well. You can always judge a man by his appetite. And Norm, you got a big one.
I'm not going to chew on here because I can hear the people go, "Don't chew when you eat."
I love when you do that. But Norm, address the situation here. I mean, we had 39, 40 running backs, and it took 2 weeks to go through them. And, what are we going to do? Because this is going to happen again, Norm. You need to find a farm system to put these guys on layaway so you can bring them back out anytime. Good Lord.
So what happened to Trey Sermon?
They tried to kill him. You saw what happened. They tried to kill him in Philly.
Did he have to go through the concussion protocols?
Still in it. But he didn't work out today. So he's not having those effects where, can anybody tell me what my name is? He's not going through that. So he seems like he may be okay by Sunday.
Trey Sermon, Elijah Mitchell, and Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that against this Packers defense though, and with our O-line on point, I'm just saying,
run.
I would like for Kyle Shanahan to tap in his ability to just pull a running back out of thin air and make him look like a premier running back. I'm gonna need him to go tap into that energy. We're gonna need that. Some of these playbooks need to look like John Lynch's hairline. I'm telling you.
You've not messed with that in a long time.
You have offense running spread offense in certain motions where you got even the receivers working too. They go receivers blocking. Even the quarterback gonna have to start blocking too. Like Jimmy Garoppolo gonna have to do what he did against Minnesota.
Yeah.
Pancake bar. And it's just not to work. Otherwise, you know what? But everybody that I think for the Sir Lancelots that was mad that Trey Lance wasn't in this game against Philly because whatever reason they didn't have him in there. I have a feeling they're going to see Trey Lance in this game.
You know, now we ain't playing the Eagles because the Eagles would have did Trey the same way if they got a chance. I mean, what they did to Trey Sermon, somebody should have took somebody to jail. That was, man, come on, man. That ain't football.
It's about game management at that point, Ronbo. I mean, I don't care what anybody say. You can hate Jimmy G all you want to. But when it comes to game management, we seen it in work. We seen it in progress in game 2 against one of our toughest opponents. And people undermine, it's the Eagles. Did y'all see how much hype they had?
Can't believe people keep saying that. The Eagles ain't no chumps.
But I mean, we'll see how they favor against Dallas because Brandon Graham is out, but that's another story. But our defense against the Packers offense, which is like the Packers ain't going up against the Lions defense. You know what I'm saying? You see how we was able to shred them 41 points. Aaron Rodgers ain't finna get 35 points against. I don't think this finna happen. They're not finna get 35 points. 20 at the most.
Look what happened in New Orleans. And New Orleans ain't all that. New Orleans got their butt handed to them this past Sunday, as I remember. And they ran the Pack off the field. So now that tells me something.
It tells me that the NFC North is just one of those. I put it this way: just the Packers, their defense, they just give up. They give up too much yardage, too much points. They give up too many good plays, and their offensive line is not having that premier protection that Aaron Rodgers is looking for. We've seen that against. And going up against this defense, against Coach Corsor's defense, that's like, man, y'all think them Packers fans gonna be chanting "Go Pack, Go"? They're gonna be "Pack, Go Home." Do Pack, Go Home. By the time by the time this game is over, I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is trash, but
he's got to have protection.
Our team is just more set up to knock him out the water than they were last year.
And we owe him from last year, too.
Yeah. I'm not worried about this game too much other than, like, the running back situation, seeing how I was wondering who Kerryon Johnson is. But I think the Packers defense will be carrying our Johnson all the way back to the airport. So that's the question.
Normally, the only other thing I can see is one of them high-scoring games. But as far as the Packers stopping the 49ers offense, I don't see that happening.
I don't see a high-scoring game because of the pressure that we're going to put on them boys, man. Like, you think, okay, with all that pressure, the Packers with a healthy offensive line had 20 points. They took 20 from us. How much you think? I don't know, bro. Like, it's up to the coaches.
Remember, it's the same team. They made a few adjustments. But Richie James, remember Richie went buck wild against the Pack? See, the Pack has still got defensive issues. We'll see what they look like. But I just don't see, we're going to score points. How well can we play defense against them?
Just don't sleep on D'Amico Ryans' ability to stop. You see what he's did against Jalen Hurts, okay? They only gave up 11 points against what was supposed to be one of the new quick out your face offenses, and we only gave them 11 points. So you think we gonna let Aaron Rodgers just snatch points out of thin air? Nah, y'all gotta stop.
I think so. He's got to do better what he's doing. And Nick says, him and D say, no, he ain't. I don't know if you ever had D against Aaron. Tell you what, bro.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna give you some food.
He exposed that chicken. Oh, it looks good. Oh.
This is the week after next. This is my prediction for the week after next. We're gonna dip it right here in the sauce. This for you chickens. This for you chicken head.
Yeah.
And that's all I gotta say. And there's Niners all day.
There you go, Seahawks. That was a direct threat. Norm, I'll see you Friday. Enjoy that dinner. Man. Hey, Frank. Come on in, Frank. Frank, man, we're sitting up here looking at no running backs on a Wednesday. We've heard some names. I can't even remember the first guy. I do know about Jacques Patrick because he's such a big man. But, I tell you, man, I don't know. What's going to happen here, man? What we going to do? You know what, though, Frank? I bet you both him and Elijah Mitchell and Trey, man, come on, man. Y'all know we wasn't going to play. Come on, man. What are you thinking, though, Robert? Frank, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. I think they can't run the ball, then they're gonna have to go down to the quarterback play. Who Jimmy just stay efficient. And Calvin's, he's a great schemer, so he can definitely scheme up some plays. You know what I'm saying?
Especially against this defense. Yeah, because
push the ball down the field. Green Bay defense terrible, but I think it's just right here. It's gonna go off the quarterback. What's quarterback gonna be more efficient? We know where Aaron Rodgers is. You take nothing from him, so I think it's just gonna be on Jimmy. So
Aaron's.
Go ahead. What you say, Ronbo?
I was going to say, unlike Jimmy, Aaron's got to deal with a defensive rush that's going to be just all over him. That's what the Saints did. They just whooped Aaron's butt from the first minute of the first quarter, all the way to the fourth quarter. So it is a different situation. Kyle is never going to just pass the ball. So I got a feeling there's going to be some running. They promise you there's going to be some running. I just don't know who's going to do it.
Yeah, that's true. But bring Aaron Rodgers, he's going to attack the corner situation. He's sitting on the corner side too.
Yeah.
So we will have to hopefully, D'Amico Ryan and double coverage Adams. You know what I'm saying? Get what's his name? Lenore some help. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to have to give Lenore some help with Devontae Adams. So that's about it. Oh, yeah, another thing I want to piggyback on from Monday, Ronbo. Just wanted, the call he came on after me on Monday, and when I was, giving my opinion on Jimmy G. It's not that it's not that we hate Jimmy G. I feel like when we give our opinion on a player, the faithful or some callers might say we hating. No, it's not hating. We just want him to play better. That's the same way as Trey Lance in the game, and he not playing up to, his ability to play. We're going to critique his play. You know what I'm saying? That's just, we want to win. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
I want people to stop saying we hate it. It ain't, we love our team. We love our quarterback. It's just we want him to play better. You get what I'm saying, Ronbo?
No,
I feel
I
like
fully
we can
understand.
give our opinion without people saying it's hating. It's not hating. We giving our opinion on a player. What we think.
A hater and a person that's critiquing people on his team are two different things. But Frank, when I refer to a person a hater, it's normally because all they ever offer is that. And if Jimmy's doing well, they have nothing to say. They'll lay back, and there's a lot of them doing that right now. They're winning. Jimmy's doing enough to win. But the minute he loses, so far they've said nothing about what he's accomplished and have still been throwing criticism, right? So if he loses, and they're hardly waiting until he does, see, that's what we told you about Jimmy, blah, 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 blah. And see, that's the ones, that's the hater. That's him, loud and clear. So you qualify yourself to critique when you all of a sudden, if Jimmy does a good job, then say it. If he sucks, then say it. I wasn't happy with all his throws last week either. But that's all people want to talk about. I said, he made a few bad throws, but he was 22 for 30, okay? So if I got more throws that are working, I don't know why I need to overdo the ones that weren't working, But that's just me.
Yeah. No, I feel you. That's all. I just want to put that out there. You give us a platform, to speak on our, give our opinions on the game, and I appreciate you and your production for doing that. So everyone got the same goal. We want to win and we want to get that Lombardi.
Yeah, of course.
So in this league, you have to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like you can run, you definitely can run, but at some point you're gonna have to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? Every team, we're not gonna rush over 100-some yards. So that's my point. You know what I'm saying? At some point, Jimmy gonna have to air the ball out. He did it with against the Saints, but he just got to be more consistent doing it, and it just showed that
Frank,
with Cal.
Remember, Kyle runs a system. I think sometimes people confuse thinking quarterback decisions are based mainly on their own. Kyle works on a system all week long against a team, and he makes a game plan. You start to deviate from the game plan, and you screw up, you got a problem with Kyle. So if he tells you we're going to do this week, we're going to do this week, if this opens, we're going to do this, it's a system. That's the difference between what let's say Tom Brady does in Tampa Bay, what Aaron Rodgers does with Green Bay. It's a system you have to adhere to. So you're going to have trouble getting Jimmy to do all these things that you guys are thinking. You're going to see the same when Trey comes in, too. That's a story for another day, though. Fam, we're going to run out of time, though, because I'm getting pressure. We're out of there. But, Frank, I understand what you said. I didn't call you a hater. If you got called a hater by the chat, that's another story. But I didn't call you a hater.
No. He ain't called me a hater. He just was saying, just saying everybody. He ain't just just say me, but I just, I just want to put that out there.
Okay.
We not hating. We just giving our opinion on the player.
Hey.
What we see. We all watch the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say. I ain't going to hold you up. Just shout out to you, Ronbo. Shout out to the faithful. Everybody stay safe, and ask call back Friday.
Yeah, looking forward to it. All right, fam. Have a good night.
Okay, Ronbo.
Yeah.
All right.
There it was. Jack be nimble. Jack be quick. Jack.
Fighting out of Modesto, California, the undisputed world champion of Ronbo Sports, Jack is back.
Jack, are you coming from Modesto right now, or you're still not in merry old England?
We are in London, England. Got to go where the paper's at. You feel me? But
I do.
My brother from another mother, I'm telling you, this week is time to get the gladiators, to separate the men from the boys. This week is where we go in there and punch them in the mouth like Mike Singletary days when we got vicious, when Jim Harbaugh came in and brought that beat back to our hearts and made us go alive. This week, we see Trey Sermon. We see Ayuk. We see Nick Bosa, because their left tackle, talking about injury reserve, did not practice today.
Ooh.
This week is when we prove to the NFL we are a top 3 team.
Jack.
Fuck the bullshit.
Jack,
What's going on with you?
Jack, back up. Did you just say the reserve left tackle didn't play today? Or didn't work out?
I thought that was a starting left tackle, did not practice.
No.
By the name of Elton Jenkins. Who
because you already know Bakatari's out.
The toughest player on their team.
Oh, my God.
So I'm guessing, it's one of the – they got the rookie Eric Stokes is limited. They got people injured too, and it's a goddamn shame that we got these boys, going through what they're going through. Because Aaron Rodgers is gonna light it up. You know what? He's looking for, people like Dante Johnson to get in there and just rip that ball so he can get them flags. But we're gonna have it locked down because Nick Bosa is going to get there. And if this boy is injured or we do get a replacement, he's still going to get there. What's up? Holla at me.
Jack, I'm telling you, if Rodgers starts throwing passes like he threw against the Saints, they picked his butt off right and left. He starts throwing passes under pressure. You're going to see Demo. They'll have a field day on him. So you know what? Jack, I'm going to predict it right now. By the third quarter, we're going to see Jordan Love. If they don't have a starting left tackle, it's going to be worse than Mahomes in the Super Bowl because the right tackle's already a wimp.
I love it.
And the pass rush, Nick are going to destroy him.
I'm just banking on Kyle Shanahan. This I love today because I got the house to myself. Everybody's gone on their trip or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? I could be alive. That heartbeat's back. And I'm telling you, it's happening Sunday night when the world is watching from London to Mexico City to
Afghanistan to Japan to the U.S. of A. I'm telling you, brother, it's going down Sunday night near you in every single town. And you know what? Kyle Shanahan, as long as he knows when to pull them out. See, sometimes he puts them in, and then bam, they get injured. All I'm looking for is his pull-out game. You know what I'm saying? Just like Joe Biden's wife was saying, man. You let this guy go into Afghanistan and pull out. This guy didn't know how to pull out. He already dropped 2 out of me. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to worry about the pull-out game, and it's going to be fantastic, guys. Keeping it rolling and keeping it moving. Ronbo, always a pleasure. You're a long-time undisputed world lightweight heavyweight champion from Modesto, California, baby. Let's go.
Jack, and I just wanted to say about the pullout, that's what she said. Jack, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to say, hey, Jack, if you get a chance, get back here Friday and bring a score with you. I'll be looking for you. Woo! God. And Clarence Molina. Not worried about running game. It's Bobby King coaching them up. They'll control time of possession. And that's what the whole MO is with Kyle Shanahan. See, people mistake the offense for, well, we don't do this, we don't do that, we don't do this. Nobody does what Kyle Shanahan does. They try to emulate it, they try to do it, but they don't do it. So that's what, you're right. And Kyle is trying to control the clock. He picked their spots to explode. Bring running back royalty back. Hashtag. Clarence, you got to figure it out. Elvis.
Yo. Ronbo.
That's what I'm talking about with Jimmy. People think Jimmy's out there on his own, making all his own decisions. What you're seeing, and like Jimmy explained it in his press conference. He said, we didn't see what we thought we were going to see in the beginning of the game, so we had to make some adjustments. So, that's why instead of sitting there and letting that defensive line destroy you, you got to do something different. So, because Jimmy G, in the first game, I didn't see him just throwing over behind the line to the line of scrimmage. So I said, you're going to see a different thing all the time. So we'll see next week. But you know about the running back situation. What do we do now? Or what are you expecting now?
Well, I know you said the last game, yeah, because he had 8 passes behind the line of scrimmage the last game against the Eagles too.
You mean against the Lions, you mean?
No, we had some behind the line of scrimmage joints over in the Eagles too.
Oh no, I knew he did it against the Eagles. I seen what was happening there.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. We had 8, but yeah, it's that little flick. That little flick sometimes can be a little tricky because you can let go of the ball and not really put enough in it. That's why a lot of them was going into the dirt. He's capable of making those damn passes, and we know that. He's capable of doing it. We just need him to do it, and we need guys to catch the damn ball when it touches their hands. Mm-hmm. But those were, in those situations, those were just, those were on Jimmy. And what I was getting at was, as a leader, because you're the general of the field, it's on you when it's on you, and you got to be man enough to. Yeah, it's a team game, but you got to take accountability for what you're not doing right, because that gives not just the media and the outside world a perspective that shows that, this guy's a leader. He's taking accountability. When guys say, look, this was on me. These things were on me, these passes, yada, yada, yada. It builds it shows better character and morale versus it saying us as a team, because then we're not, I'm saying myself personally, like if there was anything that was ever on me, whether it's any sports or anything that's going on, I like to take accountability for when I fuck up. I don't want to try to blame it on anybody else. I don't want to try to tie everybody else into my individual mistakes. And if some people don't like putting themselves out there like that because they feel like it'll take them off of the pedestal or stuff like that, not saying that's what Jimmy was on, but again, I just look for him to do that a little bit more, because we need that. That's an important key component, and that's going to transcend and spill over into Trey. Like when you hear Trey talk about stuff, when you hear Trey say, I'm just using it as an example only because Trey actually says, I need to do it better. I made some bad passes and I need to correct it. Right. When he speaks about himself, and then he talks about the team.
I agree.
What,
I agree.
Ronbo?
We got to get you to do the running back.
Okay, come on now, show me some love now, because we got to be transparent, baby.
No,
I know you, Jimmy G, all the way. We got to be transparent,
I'm
baby.
getting flack.
But
Is what my
come on.
problem is.
Okay.
I know. Listen,
No,
and guys,
go ahead.
we're allowed to talk about subjects, but I guess I get flack if we run over time. So. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. So now the running back situation, I personally, only because Kyle has experience with that other running back. If Trey Sermon can come in and play, and we can get that big guy Jaquise Patrick, I want to kind of give Elijah a little bit of a rest, just because if the lingering shoulder thing and it doesn't get treated and he gets hit wrong on it, then we'll be losing him for longer, and he'll be gone for 6 weeks, and he'll have to go on IR. You know, that's going to piss everybody off, including me, because we want to actually see the boy. You know, we didn't expect for him to come in this early. I personally didn't. I didn't expect Raheem to get hurt this early, and for us to see Elijah Mitchell this early. So I think we'll be, okay if we utilize a little bit more of the pass game, utilize, our weapons we have offensively as a whole, and then get Kyle Juszczyk involved. And then we could run on him with Trey Sermon, Jaquise, and Chris Thompson, since Kyle's already got some, rapport with him. Just give us some, give these guys some plays that they can run just for this week. And I mean, we'll beat Green Bay, even with guys that just barely been here for a week. I'm just saying, because their defense is not really that promising. They don't even have one of their star defensive linemen. What's his name? He's out with a back injury.
I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about. One of the Smith brothers.
Cameras on him. Yeah, one of the Smiths. I said the cameras on him.
Yeah, one of the Smiths. The guy with the dreads. Yeah, he's out, man. So we can be able to do some things against these guys. We just gotta remind ourselves of that, and try to contain Aaron Rodgers in that offense, because they will get a little hot. But thank God for our secondary playing so well, man. Thank God for Jaquaski Tart. He's playing his ass off last game, man. And Aziz Al-Shair and our linebackers, our D-line, hopefully Javon. If Javon can come in, we can sustain and control the run. And then I feel like our secondary will be able to hold it down, personally. That's just, and Aaron Rodgers gets hit a few times, he's going to check out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm looking for Jordan Love by the third quarter. Because I'm serious.
Yeah, 100%.
He's going to get beat up. He's got no protection. They can't stop us. And it's not going to be like it was against the Lions. He's going to seriously get beat up.
No.
So,
yeah, you can check out. But peace and love, brother Ronbo. Yeah, thank you as always, man.
Listen,
Shout
don't
out
take
to
any offense. I was getting hassled, so I had to move you to the subject. Okay, so
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We family, man. Don't even worry about it.
All right.
Yeah, it's all gravy. It's all gravy. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, man. Shout out to all the Niner faithful. Peace and love. Thank you for production. And on to the next one, man. Friday we'll be back.
Looking forward to it, Ellis. All right, fam.
Take care, family.
My best to the squad too.
You too, champ.
All right.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace.
Yo, hey, Bill.
What's up, Ronbo?
Bill, I really, it's a good question too, because the fact of the matter is, what is going on? Why can't we keep running backs? And every year this is a problem. Every single year we run out of running backs. We've done it again. This time we didn't even wait. Week 2.
I want to know how you feel about Richard Sherman possibly going to Tampa.
I knew that was going to happen. Because he's going to go where he thinks the money and where the show is. I mean, that's a serious contender. I didn't even know the Bucs were looking at him. I didn't think the Bucs had a problem with their secondary, but apparently they do. So,
Well, I think we could get him. Bring him home. I mean, Shanahan's taking his time doing it. Other people are going to grab him, So, we need to get on the ball and get him and quit playing, or eventually have to face Sherman in the playoffs.
Bill, I got to tell you, though, I got a feeling that we're not playing zone so much anymore. And they might have had a discussion about that and said, well, do we really want to bring Rich back? Because the fact of the matter is, he's strong in the zone, but if we play man, we're going to have to make him sit down. Is he going to be okay with that? So if they're going to spend money on a cornerback, I guess Josh Norman between the two. Josh can play man defense, and he can play zone. I guess that's the choice they already made. It's just my guess. So we're going to see.
Well, we'll see how things go. I mean, I don't think we're going to have a problem against Green Bay, but when we get up there and get against other contenders, that's where it's going to start looking a little
tough.
Like the Cardinals. I'm still worried about the Cardinals. We don't have Jason Verrett to stop D-Hop, and that concerns me. I don't know. I do think, though, when we play the Hawks, I'm pretty sure if we can just get Josh Norman healthy in time, and not when I say healthy, I mean in shape, in a couple of weeks, I think he won't like dealing with Josh Norman. And I'm talking about, of course, DK Metcalf. And then, of course, and I'm not worried about Tyler Lockett. As long as we got K'Wan Williams healthy, Tyler Lockett will not be an issue. But anyway, Bill, the running back situation, though, looks like this. We have to get Trey Sermon and Elijah Mitchell back this weekend. Or, like Ellis pointed out, you don't want to put him out there if he's so near in a fragile state. Something's wrong with the shoulder now. If he gets bumped on that shoulder, could take him out for a few weeks. What would you do?
I would go ahead and keep the other running backs, or he should just call Frank Gore. I don't know what's the deal on that.
Everybody's favorite answer.
You know, yeah, call Frank Gore. It's a lot easier solution. Set the guys back and see how
and
things
I know he's
go.
in shape.
Yeah, he is. He's in tremendous shape.
And he's been working out boxing. That'll keep you in crazy shape. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he'll be a monster on the field, man. This guy seems to not ever age. So, you know.
Goal line situations, you don't have to worry about Jimmy doing a quarterback sneak. And everybody can see Frank lining up in the backfield if they want to and think they're going to stop it. They're not going to stop it.
Yeah, you ain't stopping.
It's Frank Gore.
He's gonna shut you down. It's over. When you got the ball, you know.
That low off the ground, you know.
And the fact that he's so close to breaking Emmitt Smith's rushing record, man, I don't know why he won't come back just to top that off and then come back to the Niners, break the record, and leave. So the Cowboys have another thing they can't brag about. Take it away from them. It's fair enough they're going to make a Super Bowl, you know. Let's talk about
Bill, it's
record away.
Okay, because Irvin knows, and he even says it himself, that Jerry Rice is the greatest wide receiver of all time. See, that's all I need to hear.
And I'd like to take away and say, you know, Frank Gore is the greatest rusher of all time.
That would be nice,
after
though.
He breaks the record. Yeah, and then the Cowboys should be crying. Well, you know, the last cheerleader they had was in 1979 or whatever. That was really relevant, and you know, when they won a Super Bowl, you know, they're gonna be like forever at a day winning one. Actually, 1995, but I'm picking on them.
Honestly, Bill, they look pretty good this year. Well, we'll see. It'd be nice though if we do get to the playoffs.
Against the Chargers? Nah, they ain't gonna be good at all. They're not relevant.
The Chargers
they barely beat Los Angeles Chargers.
They're still San Diego.
Anyway, yeah. Well, I want a Niners shout out, and Mama, don't let the kids grow up to be Cowboys. Because after this Monday, you ain't gonna have nothing to brag about when the Eagles smash you. Which I don't even like the Eagles, but you know, hey, it's gonna be hilarious.
They're gonna have some injuries. Right, I'll get the Cowboys, but let me get that yell out right now. Niners! I'm in Bill. All right, Bill. We'll talk to you Friday. And
bye.
All right, fam. Rakib Jamani says, hey, come on. You know we got this. Hot Yoga Raj ain't going to beat us. Niners Dean will keep the pressure, and Kyle will cook up some nice plays for the offense. Rakib, thanks for that contribution, and I feel you on that, too. And the one reason I don't worry about because I've seen the Packers, and somebody says their replacement left tackle is not feeling well. Oh, Rodgers is going to be in serious trouble unless he's going to hand off on every snap. And Shania.
Hi, Ronbo.
Shania, how you doing tonight?
Good, you?
Oh, just fabulous. Looking forward to Sunday already. But Shania, Shania, do you know anybody that can play running back? Because you might send his phone number to the 49ers. As you know, we have ran out of running backs. So, you know, it's gotten pretty serious.
I want Frank Gore back.
I know, right? God, that would bring the house down. And Frank would run out, but it's too late now because he's not going to sign up this week. But if we brought Frank Gore back this week to play against the Packers, oh my God, you would not be able to hear anything for miles around Levi Stadium. That would just bring the house down. Woo, man. But no, we got a guy named Jacques Patrick. He's a big guy. And a guy named Cannon. That's all we can do. Unless our other guys heal up and they're back in time for game time Sunday night, which I'm worried about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll be okay. Bobby Turner will have those guys ready to roll by Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. It's time to beat up on the cheese.
Yeah.
But what are your feelings on this, other than Frank Gore?
I hope he come back.
We all do.
I
It's
make
gonna
him
be hard.
retire in San Francisco.
Yeah. By the way, there's a problem with the offensive line with the Packers. How many sacks is Nick Bosa going to get this Sunday?
4.
4? 4 for just Nick. Okay, so now how about D Ford?
Oh.
How many sacks for D?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
5.
That's 9. Now let's go ahead and put Eric Armstead in there too. Eric Armstead will get how many sacks? This reminds me of what the Jaguars used to do. How many sacks for Eric?
3.
We're in double digits. And not to mention, there'll be some extra safety sacks probably. So there you go. Shania's called it. Do not be surprised if we don't see 12 sacks or maybe upwards of 12 sacks this week. I love it. Shania, I'll see you Friday, okay? Bring your prediction, okay?
Okay. Can I
All
get a 49er shout out?
Yeah, of course you can. Niners! For Shania. Night, Shania.
Have a good night, Ronbo.
Night. We're laughing. If the 49ers get double-digit sacks, you saw the Jaguars do that one time against the team. If we get double-digit sacks, I'm going to say, I told you, man, we were laughing, and Shania had it. And Tarrant, I really hope we get this win. With a stable of unathletic running backs and Jim's inability to throw outside the numbers, we could be in trouble offensively if teams start stacking the box. There you go. Tarrant, thanks for that contribution, fam. Hey, Charles.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Charles, we're, as you know, our running back situation has deteriorated to a point that nobody would have anticipated as far as week 2.
Yeah. Yeah, but I saw this happening on Sunday. I know it normally happens whenever we have a game like that. I mean, that game is such a brutal, and it's really hard on the running backs. And so and especially the cheap shot that Sermon took.
I know.
Right? That was uncalled. That was horrible. And he did that deliberately. He should get fined 2 games for that. You can see he did that on purpose. You can see that. And I'm like, that was his first time getting in the game. So why would you do that then? He wasn't the one that was hurting you.
Yeah, right.
He wasn't the running back that was that was the starting running back, And so
frustrated.
I was like, man, this kid just game. Yeah, they were angry. But we treated them like they were Green Bay Packers in 2019. It made, in a way, it made me proud. We were able to buckle down and just impose our will. And if our passing game wasn't working all that well, we were able to buckle down make our running game unstoppable. But it came at a price, and I hate the price that it came at. But
Charles, Charles, I'm wondering if Brandon Graham kept playing. We couldn't run either. That's why when people talk like Philadelphia should have been beat up, I don't know what they're talking about. Philly gave the Falcons are a high scoring offense. They may not play defense. They can score points, right? Philly shut them all the way off. And that's why I said, I knew that game was going to be rough. I was hoping, though, talent-wise, we had them beat, right? Shoot, Philly said, man, y'all come in here, man. This is Philly, man. We beat up everybody. So, now that after watching the game, I've seen Philly. That's a physical team to the point where, damn. So I'm just grateful.
But these running backs that we got, Jaquez Patrick and Chris Thompson, these are really good running backs. I was watching film on them. They're no slouch. They're really, Chris Thompson. He's a really good stat back.
Who is Chris Thompson?
He's the one he's the latest running back. He was on the Redskins. He's like 5'10", 5'11", 200 pounds. He's really fast.
He came in yesterday.
He came in yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, I just remembered.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Yeah. So we got 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay.
Four within the past week.
Watch them all suit up. And Monday morning, the 49ers are still looking for running backs, as each and every running back they played against the Packers either has something wrong with his ankle, concussion protocol, or something. So,
But I'm going to tell you now that Jaquez Patrick,
that's a big man.
6'2", 230 pounds, and he's got nimble feet. He's got running back feet. He's going to be a beast to deal with. And Chris Thompson, he's going to be a handful to deal with too. So I'm looking forward to seeing these guys. The guy that we picked up, I forget the name of the guy that we picked up last week. He was a star running back for he was drafted by the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a star running back at Auburn. I forget what his name is, but he's pretty good too. I just think he needs time.
Yeah.
And he needs a chance to show his stuff.
You picked up the Cannon guy?
Yeah, the Cannon. Yeah. And so, I'm not as I don't know, timing, with an offense and experience with an offense matters too with running backs. You got to get on and you got to get in chemistry with the offensive line.
Yes.
And know the plays.
Yes.
But also, I want to talk about the Green Bay offensive line. Somebody made mention that, they're injured.
1 minute, can you write it down? Because I know what you're going to say. Go for it.
Oh, yeah. But, Bosa, he going to eat. Lord, he going to eat, boy. He and Ford, they're going to have a pre-Thanksgiving sack fest.
Man.
That's what it's going to be like. Because he was going up, last week, Bosa was going up against an all-pro left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And
that Australian?
Yeah, the Australian. He's good. And so I'm telling you, it's gonna be real. Aaron Rodgers, he's gonna get embarrassed. They're not gonna be able to run against the defense. They're not gonna be able to because we got Kinlaw in the middle, and I hope Ayuk, I hope he goes off too, man. I'm really hoping this gonna be his breakout.
If he's
I think
if he's feeling
targets.
Healthy, that's the scary thing about Ayuk. He's
So
not
what's
being
going on
Ayuk
with
right
him?
now. I think he's
going
got
on with
soft
him?
tissue issues. I think that hamstring is killing him because he would be the deep threat. Right now, otherwise it's Sherfield, and they're not targeting him. Well, we'll see. So, Charles, we're gonna have to go though. We're out of time. Bring a score Friday, and let's see what develops between now and then as far as these players, and we'll be able to better assess what to expect. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Well, I love you, Ronbo, and thanks for what you
I'll
do.
be back, fam. Thanks. All right. See
All
you
right,
Friday.
bye.
Hey, Casey.
Yo, what's shaking, Ronbo?
Casey, man, you know what's shaking, man. We've harvested the tree. There's nothing shaking off the tree to the ground other than running backs that nobody's ever heard of and guys that didn't qualify to get into the NFL. But maybe
Well, you know what?
a running
I
back is a
think I
different
may
story.
disagree with this, Ronbo.
Okay, please do.
Yeah, you know, because you know what? I think this is exactly what Kyle Shanahan wants.
Yeah.
I think he wants us all to forget that Trey Lance is there, ready to run. Yeah. And I think we're going to have some pretty serious Kaepernick flashbacks this Sunday, man.
It would be a good time, too, because the Packers don't have anybody to stop the run. So,
well, you know what? I don't think the Niners are too good right now either, though, you know, because now they got to face Aaron Jones. And, you know, I think a few callers coming in here saying that they've never been more sure the Niners are going to win. I don't know, man. Niners have been getting gashed in the run game against the Lions and the Eagles.
Casey, I thought they did a pretty good job against you. You know how many runs, how many yards did the Eagles get? Remember the Lions.
I just don't like those big runs up the middle, though. The big runs up the middle really concern me, Ronbo.
They didn't get them against the Eagles. Didn't get all that though. They had to work for their runs. But you know what? You're right.
Like
Kinlaw had to be in the middle,
man.
though.
We're not in playoff form right now.
No,
and
well,
now we got to play against a real running back. You know, you got to play against Aaron Jones.
This is the best running back
we've
seen.
You got to play against Aaron Rodgers, who's you know, I mean, probably licking his chops at some of our secondary right now.
He better be, he better sharpen his cleats and start running, because as soon as that ball snaps, he's going to have plenty of company back there looking at him. Aaron, remember us? We didn't play last year. Oh,
yeah, you know, I think D Ford and Nick Bosa give them, you know, their best chance and stuff. But I'm just saying, Ronbo, it's, you know, until proven otherwise, this defense is not the same defense that, you know, they were in 2019 form.
Okay, but
you know, Rodgers seemed to wake up last week.
Casey,
so
just one thing, though, Casey. Remember, legitimately, they should only have given up 17, because that thing in the Lions and that meltdown with George Kittle's helmet and Debo's fumble, they should have got no more than 16 points, right? What did they have, 17 points, the Lions did? And then you count 6 points here for the Eagles. See, the defense is not that bad. They've been here and there, but for 4 quarters, you're not going to beat them up.
Well, I'm just saying, Ronbo, I you know, I'm not going to be surprised if it's a close game or if the Packers.
No, I agree with that. Though. I mean, yeah, things could go south. Something wrong could happen. We could get. I almost said it too. I was going to say somebody could get.
There's some teams that can just turn it on, and there's no defense against Rodgers right now. You know what I mean? Like Rodgers, against the against the Lions last week, man.
What the Saints do? The Lions. Lions. Everybody's gonna beat the Saints Lions like that this year, no matter what Don Burr says.
I don't know, Ronbo. I'm just saying, man. It looks like Rodgers woke up, and it looks like.
He woke up. The Lions.
It looks like it could be. It looks like it could be a long season right now, Ronbo. I'm not too. I'm not too happy with Kinlaw. I'm not too happy with Robbie Gould. I don't know, man. I just
Robbie didn't miss anything this past week.
You know what I'm saying, Ronbo? We punted from 38. You know what I'm saying? So.
I don't want Robbie out there for anything more than extra points anyway. But if that does happen, yes, you're right. No, I think you know what
we got to find someone that can swing a leg, Ronbo. We need to be able to hit from 60.
Who?
You know, we got to compete. You know, if we want to compete with teams like you know, the Rams and the Cardinals late, you know, we're gonna have to get our special teams together. We're gonna have to get the run defense back in tip-top shape, because it's. Yeah. I'm not happy with what I've been seeing so far. I really don't like those gashes up the middle. But
we'll see. I'd like to say.
I like that news about Frank. I like what Kyle said about Frank. In fact, I can't even really believe Kyle said that he's like, I think I could call Frank and he'd be ready. I'm like, oh, for sure. You know, like, why don't you do it then? You know, like,
you might have to at some point soon, like next week, for example.
And you know what, Ronbo? This really, what really sets Frank apart is his pass blocking. We really needed him in the Super Bowl, you know, against the Chiefs.
Yep.
And I really would like to. I'm so upset Raheem got injured, because I really wanted to see Raheem start to get better at pass blocking this year, and Jeff out there and stuff. And I think I just want to say, Ronbo, I think we need to start, kind of giving other teams credit and stuff. And, the Eagles and the Lions, man, these are all players that, are playing at the top of their game, and it's like one of the reasons that, like, that's in turn, that's what makes us faithful, right? Is that we believe that our players are,
And I agree. The Lions were a joke, and just the 49ers got silly in the fourth quarter. But the Eagles are not a joke, and people underestimate them. I agree.
The defensive line's good, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ, they're scary. We got to go, though, fam. Casey, let me see you Friday, all right? Be looking for you.
You might want to get that starter jacket ready, Ron.
I know, right?
On Sunday, man. I'm telling you,
you know
man.
what? Not this week. I should have worn it against the Eagles.
I just don't want to play Rodgers this week. Let's play Rodgers in a few weeks,
You'll be fine.
Come on, man.
You'll be fine. Wait till week 9 to get scared. All right.
All right, Ronbo. All right, well, we better get Mitch Wisnowski making kicks out there, Ronbo. All right, have a good night, bud.
You too. Shabazz.
Ronbo.
Shabazz. Shabazz, you see doom and gloom before most of us do. I'm sitting here looking at Rodgers and saying, Aaron, you ain't got no left tackle, and your backup left tackle's gone too. Aaron, take out some life insurance policies. Tell your mama how much you love her. Because boy, I feel bad for you. You're going to look like we did against the Eagles last week. I'm telling you right now, Shabazz, if they don't have anybody to protect Aaron Rodgers, all this stuff about bombing out the secondary, that's not going to happen. Aaron better get rid of that ball. Even a Packers fan came and said, Aaron better get rid of that ball quick. So we're going to see.
Man, we're gonna try to line out of Aaron Rodgers. But I got a twist for you, Ronbo, that everybody ain't seeing. I see Jimmy throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns on Green Bay.
Yeah, I could see that. Because they look a lot.
I see Jimmy throwing.
They look worse than the
I
Eagles.
see Jimmy throwing. I see Levi Stadium gonna be rocking. I see Kittle getting 2 touchdowns, Debo getting 1. I see Jimmy having a 300-yard game. I'm telling you, and everybody's talking about worried about the run. I'm not worried about Green Bay at all. I was more nervous about Philly. I'm not worried about Green Bay, like you said. Now I know that we gonna take care of business, and I'm not all that sold on Devontae Adams. Everybody want to say he's the best. He's a good route runner, okay? As far as having speed, like take up top speed like a Tyreek Hill, no, we're going to be just fine. And we're going to take care of that business. And that's it. Ain't no panic in me. I'm going to be in the building, too. This is going to be our first time back in the building since that NFC Championship. Aaron Rodgers ain't going to be able to hear it. Call it deja vu. He ain't going to be able to hear.
And Shabazz, he's going to have to take a 30 step. He's going to be looking like Mahomes. He's going to have to go way back to get that throw off. Because the heat, he's got Bakhtari's out and this. And Nick used to have his way with Bakhtari. So I said, who's backup to Bakhtari? He's meat. And then they said he's out too. I said, oh my God. I actually feel sorry for coming across the left side. They better do something between now and Sunday. So,
Yeah, it ain't gonna be no problem. He ain't gonna be able to hear. Ronbo, the faithful ain't been at Levi since the NFC Championship. Oh my God. In the NFC Championship, Ronbo, I was there.
It's gonna be exciting.
You couldn't hear.
It's gonna be exciting.
It was as loud as Seattle. It's gonna be so loud on third down. Man, he ain't gonna be able to hear. Trust me, he finna get his bill wrong. So shout out to you. Shout out to production. Shout out to my people in Memphis, the Memphis Empire. Shout out to my boy Lee in SoCal and Ronbo. I'll check back in Friday on the way to work, man.
All right. Looking forward to it, Shabazz. Have a great night, fam.
All right, fam.
He could be right because the 49ers may end up throwing more than they want to. Clarence Molina says, Ocho Cinco can kick 60 yards. See on White. YouTube. Has he done that? I would like to. I'm going to check that out. Sign him up. Boy, is it? Oh, Jeremy.
What up, dog? What up?
Jerry, we're sitting there crying about our running back situation. We probably don't need to, because when I watched Kyle during that press conference today, he seemed awfully calm, but then he always does. He looked a little depressed last year, but he was awfully calm today.
Come on, Ronbo. Come on, man. You've been digging for gold how long now? How long you been digging for gold, man?
As long as I can remember.
About a running back? A running back. You know, where did Raheem Mostert come from? You know,
Yeah,
Jeff
I know, right?
Wilson, Tevin Coleman. Like y'all tripping off a running back? Oh man. Do you know what Devontae Freeman look like now? You know,
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan is the running back whisperer. We gonna be all right. Don't worry
Bobby
about
Turner,
that.
actually. But Jerry, does Bobby have time? He just got these boys a few days ago. Yeah, one of them he got yesterday.
Yeah.
So Bobby's got to get him out there and say, now here's what we do. You guys, I'm gonna have you run a few reps, and then I'm gonna tell you what you're doing wrong. We make some adjustments. I'm gonna get the offensive line on here. We go stay out here till they make us get out. Yeah, I'm trying to
crack it on.
Yeah, they got some things they got to learn real quick here.
Yeah. I think we're gonna be all right with the running back position. I mean, hell, you could throw Jalen Hurd in there.
Hey, Jerry, Jalen's on the IR though. He can't come off yet. He's ineligible. That would be funny though.
I'm talking. I'm just talking. I'm just not worried about the running back position. I honestly think Eli Mitchell is gonna come back. He came back late in that game.
Yeah.
I know the shoulder injury is more than a stinger. I heard all of that, man. But I don't know. I think Kyle is saying less than what he should be. And I think Eli Mitchell is going to be there. I also think that Trey Sermon is going to be there. And I don't think we have too much to worry about our running back situation. I think we're overdoing it. I think we giving I get it. I understand. We don't want to just be nonchalant about it. But I just think we're overdoing it. I think the real topic should be to all the Jimmy G haters out there, man. That's the real topic, man. Y'all got to lay off my guy. I mean,
that'll go on for hours.
You know? Oh, man. You know, but I think that should be the topic. You know, that topic can go on for years, not hours. You know?
Well,
I mean, goddamn, you guy don't throw no picks. What's up, Ronbo? What's up with all these?
Anthony picks so far, and a lot of quarterbacks have thrown picks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Jimmy to have that one big game that the critics at least give it a rest. You know, because we're winning and they're talking bad about him. So you know, week 2, how good are you supposed to be in week 2 or week 1? You know, I mean, we've seen some quarterbacks really screw up so far. So. Looking at Jimmy, I kind of feel good about him. Let me see what he looks like in week 5 and 6, and then, you know, but they're not going to wait that long.
Did you watch Monday Night Football?
Yeah, but
Did you see that? Did you see Lamar Jackson throw that pick 6?
Lamar is. I get in trouble for talking about Lamar. I stopped talking about him. But you know what? Lamar is always going to be a running back that can throw. All right, because Lamar runs better than any running back I've seen in the NFL. Seriously, he is really good. He scares the bejesus out of me when he runs.
Good.
When he passes, I say, get ready. But when he runs, oh, God help you. Because ain't no stopping him once he starts running.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I just, you know, I'm starting to believe that half the faithful ain't really faithful. You know what I mean? Like, our quarterback is playing great. And I don't know what their grade is, but my grade is he ain't throwing no picks. You know, you complain about him, he can't go a game without turning the ball over. Okay, well he ain't throwing a pick. Well, you know, he can't throw the ball deep. Well, he hit Debo twice down the field. Well, those are lucky. It's always something, man. And I'm just tired of it, man. They need to let it go. Wow. Let it go, man. Jimmy is our guy until he's not.
Yeah.
And he's playing, he's balling. Support your quarterback, man. What's up with the faithful? What's up with y'all?
There's a lot of people that are really bitter about the Super Bowl, and they think that the game came down to that one throw, when really it shouldn't have came down to that one throw. But you know, that's not a high percentage play anyway. So
No, 20 Ronbo, 20 points. 20 points in the fourth quarter.
And lost. It's all right. You know
what I mean? Like,
I just want to go back again with an experience. This group is experienced now. I want them to go back with that same group,
me too.
except for a couple of players. And now they've learned a lot of things. I want to see what they look like a second round.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, Jerry.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Let's see you Friday. Don't be no stranger. Get back here Friday with your score. All right.
I'll be in here on Friday.
All right.
I'll
Looking
be here
forward
on
to it.
Friday for this time. Yeah, hell yeah. I'll see you, brother. Good stuff.
All right, fam. Thanks, Jeremy. Have a great night. Yeah. And, it's Tony. Atlanta's Tony. Tony, get in here, man. Tony. You know, not a lot about Tony. Tony's doing his domestics around the house. Last time he was doing laundry. One time we had to wait for him a minute. This time I suspect that wifey has him cleaning the bathroom. Tony, you tell wife you put the toilet down. I know how that pain is. Tony, we'll be back. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Show.
Oh my God. Ronbo, can you raise your right hand, please?
Okay, I'm gonna take it. Go ahead. I bow to.
And just imitate the shaking my head emoji, please. You know what I'm talking about on our phones?
Yeah.
Do you know how desperate some of our? Do you know the face palm exactly? Do you know how desperate some of our fans sound tonight, rather than our coach? Because when I listened to Kyle's press conference, our coach didn't seem too worried or too desperate about our running back situation. You guys, Frank Gore's time has come and gone, okay? The man is damn near 40 freaking years old. Why?
I had no idea where you were going.
We're not desperate. Why? Why are you going there? If you're on hold right now, just hang up the phone and don't even bother bringing back Frank Gore.
It's nostalgic reasons. You just want to see him come out there and do a couple of runs and retire.
Nostalgia doesn't win you games. Nostalgia doesn't win you playoff games. Nostalgia doesn't win you Super Bowls. Come on, people.
I have to agree.
Stop.
You know, he played last year.
I mean, a lot of you are saying you're not happy with Javon Kinlaw's performance. Let's call Dana Stubblefield out of jail. And so you can still play defensive tackle.
So you got plenty of jokes tonight. I can see right now. You're killing me.
Deebo Samuel is only the one that's catching passes out there. Let's call Terrell Owens. He still wants to play.
And wait a minute. I support that, actually. T.O. just was talking about that before the season started. T.O. was talking, I'm ready to play if somebody wants to take that chance.
And somebody brought up tonight that they want to see Frank Gore beat Emmitt Smith's record. But do you realize, Ronbo, that's going to be 4 straight weeks of just Frank Gore pure running for 100 yards a game? Do you think he's really going to do that, or Shannon's really going to do that?
Is he that far behind? Is he 400 yards short of Emmitt?
400 yards. He is 400 yards short of Emmitt, Ronbo. That's 4 straight weeks of 100-plus yards a game. Come on. That's not going to happen.
You know.
Okay, so let's stop with the Frank Gore crap talk. Yeah. Stop. The way you approach your running back situation, if you become desperate, is if you either number one, the option is to trade for somebody, or number 2, you go to their practice squad and look for somebody younger, fresher, who's up and coming, hungry, and ready to play. That's the way you approach that situation. Don't bring back old players, 40-year-old players who all that's gonna do is create headlines. Headlines don't win you games. Come on.
You guys are pissing show off. I'm done. I'm not gonna say anything about
Jesus
Frank.
Christ, man. God.
We like Frank's show, and you do too.
I know we do.
You know,
we love Frank, Ronbo, but his time has come and gone. He's the past, man.
So I got to tell you though, if we lose another batch of running backs, and we don't lose one seemingly, we got to take them out 2 at a time. If we lose this whole group of kids this week, you may see Frank next week.
I really doubt that, Ronbo. For Kyle's going to go to the practice squad like we've been doing. We have Trenton Cannon, we have Jaquiz Patrick, and he's going to continue that approach.
Actually, I want to see.
At running back. We're not
see
trying
Jock
to get older on
actually.
our roster.
I do want to see him.
I really do too, because he did really well in the AFL. So he resurrected his career a little bit there. So I would like to see what he has to offer. He just needs a week or two to get up to speed with everything and go from there. And Coach Kyle said that he's not worried about Elijah Mitchell or Trey Sermon this week. He feels that they will be ready by Sunday night. So calm down.
He really does. Kyle is always cool, though. Except for last year, he looked depressed. Remember, Kyle had his hat down, pulled over his eyes just about every press conference because we were getting braids beat out every week. So, we'll see.
So hang up the phone if you're calling about Frank Gore. That's all you're going to talk about. Just stop, people, please. And the Richard Sherman fantasy, that dream is dead, too. We just signed Dre Kirkpatrick, who's almost up to speed. And Josh Norman and Lenore are doing pretty well, too, as well as Hufanga.
Yeah, I like Lenore a lot.
So our secondary, our Tart is doing well. Jimmy Ward's doing well. That pressure helps out a lot with our secondary. So stop tripping on that, too. So, I mean, Richard's going to go where the money is because that's who Richard is, and he wants the Super Bowl ring, and leave it at that.
No. If he ends up in Tampa Bay, I'm going to start. Rich is like, I don't want to use the WHORE word, but you know what? Rich is like really anywhere he can go where he thinks he can benefit. I understand that way of thinking.
Yeah.
But if the 49ers did say, Rich, we can bring you back for X amount of money.
It's all about money, Ronbo.
I know.
That's all it boils down to. It's all about money. With every player. Not just
that's
Richard.
true. Except for the guy that just got hurt, Jason Verrett. He said, forget about paying me. I'm going to do enough that you guys are going to want to pay me what I'm worth next year. That was bold.
Yeah.
And what happened to him? Boom. He may be done for his career.
Boom. Yep. So
that's really
anyways, that's kind of I wanted to get off my chest.
You feel better now?
Aha. Aha.
All right, Joe. And point taken.
All right.
And,
shout out to the TNT fam. Y'all have a great night and take care.
All right, you too, fam. Night. I don't think he was going to call in until somebody said, bring Frank back. I'm guilty. I said you would be interested to bring Frank back. I don't know how we'd use him, but if he's got 400 yards behind him and Smith, I don't know if he'd be able to do that this year, especially when the other guys come back. And forget about Road Ashley Music says, for this caller to disrespect Gore like that is foolish. He's saying whore is too old. Okay, the H where G should be. Gore is too old, but he's still better than a good majority of the backs in the NFL still. Road Ashley Music. Thanks for the contribution. I concur. I still like Frankie. I mean, I'd love to see what he looks like in a 49 uniform and getting rented. I bet he'd still muster up some juice. And forget about it. It's Niner Mike. Mike, forget about it. Get in here.
Forget about it, Ronbo. What's going on, Ronbo? Boy, I gotta tell you, I'm glad I don't call in as much with all the clowns I'm hearing on here tonight. Let me tell you.
Actually, I was almost embarrassed. I support Frankie, and Show just made me feel like I should hide in the corner.
That's the problem. It's a problem, Ronbo. That's the freaking problem with, nowadays, this new generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have no respect for the guys that put in the work. Let me tell you right now, I don't care who you are in this friggin' room. You better put some friggin' respect on our boy Frankie G's name, all right? The third leading rusher in NFL history. You better put your friggin' respect on that guy's name. I don't care who you are, all right? So that's it. That's the bottom line as far as Frank Gore is concerned, Ronbo, you know? Anyway, how the hell are you, Ronbo? Shout out to you and shout out to the faithful out there. I hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone had a solid week,
Yeah. It's going by.
How we doing, Ronbo? What are we talking about on here tonight?
Well, Mike, we just, we had like the 30,000 running backs in our camp to start the season. And we were saying things like, "Oh man, we can't keep all these running backs. Which one we got to keep?" And here we are.
Yeah, weren't we talking about this during week 1, Ronbo? What did I say? I told you it was a mistake. We let the Wayne
Gallman
guy
Jr.
go.
He's playing. I forgot where he's
That
playing,
was
but
a
he's out of here.
mistake. That was a mistake. We let that guy. He was one of the first free agent guys we signed. You know, he was a free agent target of ours, and we let him walk and kept the roster spot for a guy like Jalen Hurd, who's never going to see the friggin' field. Ain't that something? You know. And here we are, week friggin' 3, and we're down to our 5th string running back now, Ronbo. Is that
Those
where we're
guys.
at? We're down to
No,
fifth string.
Mike, they got phone calls this week. So that's the thing. We don't have any of our people. Everybody's stretched out.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. We're down to where we only kept 4. We only kept 4 or so, right, for going in with the 53. So now we're to our 5th and 6th. Now we're just calling up, yanking guys off practice squads of other teams. You know, forget about it. I mean, it is what it is. They need to rethink that. They need to rethink that in the future. If you're not going to have a durable back, well, you better have a shitload of phone numbers in your Rolodex. That's all I got to say.
Mike, something they could do illegally. If I cut a running back next year, I'd say, listen, don't worry about it. You're going to still get paid. What I want, you're not going to be on the 53-man roster because we can't put you on the roster. But I want you to stand by. I want you to stay in shape. I could give you a call anytime. You stay ready, okay? Then nobody's going to know about you. If anybody finds out about you, I'm going to deny it. You know, but I'd pay this kid. You know, and all of a sudden he comes running back on.
Oh, yeah, forget. There you go, Ronbo. Now you sound like you're taking pages out of the Patriots playbook over there, Ronbo. You know, bending and breaking, twisting the rules.
Because this happens every year, Mike.
If it's gonna
every year.
If it's good. You know, if it's gonna work, you know what I mean. If it's gonna be friggin', if it's gonna work, Ronbo. At the end of the day, we need to have a lot of running backs. Kyle Shanahan's already proven that. For whatever reason, maybe it's the full get up to speed and then the cut up field. It makes the impacts more or the collisions more hard or something. I don't know, but he runs through friggin', you know. He runs through running backs like I run through Jordans in a week. You know what I mean, Ronbo?
Can you do that, Mike? You play basketball?
I mean,
Mike plays hard.
I like my collection, Ronbo. I'm a big Jordan fan. I've had a collection ever since I was about 17 years old, so I got some really nice pieces,
man.
you know.
You got a collection
so I like
by
to
now.
change it up. But even my changeup, Ronbo, it struggles to keep up with the changeup at running back in the 49ers backfield. Let me tell you, it's amazing, you know. It's amazing. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I also want to say this, Ronbo. You know, I hope that Brandon Ayuk is not like. I hope this situation isn't like, you know, Dante Pettis.
Everybody's worried about that.
All right,
Yeah.
I really hope not. I don't know. It doesn't sound like it's going to be. Listen, Brandon Ayuk is no Dante Pettis. All right,
No,
he didn't show up to training camp in pink thigh highs and all that other fairy shit that Dante Pettis did. All right, and no offense to anyone out there that likes
That wears pink thigh highs.
Forget about it. All right, but listen, all I know is that that's not Brandon Ayuk, Ronbo. Brandon Ayuk is a lot better than that.
Mike,
and so, you know, yeah.
He's probably got some kind of an injury. I think that's more of it than anything else. But, Mike, we're going to run out of time. You're back here Friday because everybody appreciates when you get in here, so don't make us wait too long. If you got time for us, we'll be looking for you.
All right, Ronbo. All right. I listen, I appreciate you and everyone else out there. All of you take care, all right? And I'll try to get back to you on Friday, Ronbo. But if I don't, I'll talk to you after the game. All right?
All right. You and them Jordans.
All right, Ronbo. You forget about it. All right. Have a good one. All right.
You too. Night, Mike. Pink thigh highs. Christopher Anderson, hoping we got 3-0, Ronbo. Do you know when our bye week is? Rest up in 8? I forgot which. We don't have such a bad bye week this year. Somewhere in there. And I thought I saw somebody else here. Because Road Astley we did. Did Gore deserves a finish in San? Did we do that one? We didn't do that one. Rodassy music. Yeah, that is. Yeah, okay. Gore deserves. Oh yeah, that's what it says. Shout out to Niner Mike. Gore is the best pass blocker. That's true. And Rodassy music says Gore deserves a finish in San Fran. The guy needs to be Raiders fan who said Frank Gore is washed. The disrespect. Gore is what 49ers football is about. You know, hardcore. So, you know, I'm looking at the schedule. Hey, so week 6 is the week we get to take a break. So, and the week that some people project that Jimmy G will be traded. Hey, Tony.
Mr. Ronbo, how are you?
Tony, we're concerned. I mean, you know, I saw you mention, we said Wayne Gallman, we're sorry, but we're not going to be able to continue. And now he's over there healthy and able to suit up this week for you guys. And I don't know, we had a couple other running backs down through the last couple of years. There's one guy that last year we had, I forgot his name. Somebody give me that name of that little short, stocky fella. He wasn't good at blocking, but he could run. I'm not even, man, we don't have any running backs. We had 6, 7, or 8 running backs during preseason. Now we're down to calling people up. This week, can you help us? God.
Adrian Peterson's still available.
Oh, that's right. Was that you who mentioned? Somebody else said Adrian Peterson. Was that you the other day who said that, or somebody? Who?
That was me talking to the other night.
Yeah, yep. Adrian Peterson. And people don't like Frank Gore because they think he's too old. Adrian's not quite 40 years old yet. But the thing is, Adrian Peterson ran last year and got how many yards?
You know what I got to say to that about talking about Frank Gore?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say 16,000 on the nose. That's where he's at. Only Walter Payton and Emmitt Smith have more. How dare them say that about the great Frank Gore? How dare them?
The man stays in incredible condition. And why? If Frank is tired, not a gas, Tony, you know what a boxing workout is and what kind of conditioning it takes to box? So Frank is doing all that.
Yes.
Football, he can still play.
And Frank ain't going to be getting 25 carries a game. He wasn't doing that the last few years. He's a situational back. He comes, he rotational.
Use him on passing downs, on short yardage. Frank will get it done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
Big
Ronbo,
Show, wait a minute, let me tell him. Big Show, you have been overruled, and you owe the court money for losing this case. We like Frank Gore.
He said he owed the court. That's why I started laughing. and shout out to Big Show, Ronbo. He sounds like a general manager, Big Show.
No, Show's hardcore. He anything that's irrational, and actually it is irrational. Some of the things we do say around here, and Show will come on and step on it in a minute with no hesitation. So he might be GM material.
And shout out to Chad Garrison. I see he's chatted it up in the chat. Shout out to him. I hadn't had a chance to chat up with him today. I've been doing some housework since I got off of work.
I called it right. I said, last time we called Tony, you didn't answer. He was in the middle of domestic chores. He was doing his laundry. Now, wifey's probably got him cleaning around the house. And there it was. Tony admits it.
Yeah, she's asleep now. I'm going to bed in a little while, but Ronbo, I am concerned. I'm concerned, Ronbo. I don't say the word scared a lot. Our right tackle, Caleb McGarry, he's a first-round pick from 2019.
Right.
He's got to go up against Leonard Williams of the Giants this week. I am scared.
That's not
12 and a half
good.
sacks in the Pro Bowl.
Oh,
no, it's not good. And then on the other side, because they play a 3-4 on the other side, remember I told you I wanted who I thought was going to be Defensive Player of the Year? The rookie defensive player, Azeez Ojulari.
Yeah.
Out of Georgia.
How's he doing?
He plays with the Giants.
Oh.
He has 3 sacks in 2 games.
I wanted him. I said in a draft, I just want somebody to take care of the slack in case D Ford is not ready to play again. I like him. And already he's got 3 sacks, a sack a week.
3 sacks in 2 games. Lorenzo Carter, the other outside linebacker, also from Georgia. He's been in the league about 4 years. He has 2 sacks.
Boy. That's the premier position. That's where you want to put your money.
Up 40 points a game, man. DP's got to do something, man. 40 points a game, that's unacceptable.
Because you know what? You guys, the Bucs weren't stopping. I mean, the Bucs did okay on defense, but they weren't. It's not like they were shutting y'all down. See, that's why I keep telling people, man, we should have scored more points on the Eagles. Hell, you guys didn't score against the Eagles, and the thing is, you scored against Tampa Bay, right? What does that say? Yep. Man, people better try to realize the Eagles ain't nobody's something to play with. I'll beat you. I can't wait to see what the Cowboys. They did lose Brandon Graham, though. That may take a little sting out of them. But that Hargrave is. They have
Ryan Kerrigan, who was with the Washington football team, and he had 8.5 sacks.
Hey, Ronbo. Ronbo, this show. I'm sorry. Tony. I don't mean to. I don't mean to interrupt you, Tony. I'm sorry. I normally don't do this, but I just want to address some comments in the chat. I meant no disrespect to Frank Gore. Okay, if you took that personally, that's your own problem. 31 other teams haven't called Frank Gore yet. There's a reason why. He's 40 years old. That doesn't make sense. Teams like to stay younger, especially at the running back position, which has a short life in the NFL to begin with. And if you took that comment personally, that's your own problem. I love Frank Gore. I have nothing but respect for Frank Gore. Okay, so let's get that straight. That meant my call meant no disrespect to Frank Gore, but it just doesn't make sense.
So
it's just like I take it personal, show.
Not you, Tony. I'm talking about the person who addressed that in the comments.
Show. I just want to say you could start off by apologizing if I was misunderstood, instead of saying
no.
If you took it personally, it's your own personal. Show you're hardcore.
I didn't apologize. I didn't apologize at all. I just said if you took it personally, that's your own problem. But I meant no disrespect to Frank Gore. I love Frank Gore. Let's get that straight, okay? It doesn't. There's the reason why 31 of the teams haven't called him. That's all I'm going to say.
There you go.
So, things do like to get younger, so you're right. So you should be a general manager because you sound like one.
That's the way they operate, Tony. Especially your general manager. I watched Hard Knocks with the Falcons. And, oh my God.
Yeah, Arthur's.
Anyway, no BSer.
Show you.
So all right, shout out Tony.
We gotta give Tony at least a minute here.
All right.
All right, Show. Yes, we take it. All right, if you have any issues with Show, there you go. He's already said he didn't mean any disrespect for Frank Gore. All right, go ahead, Tony. What were you talking about? We were talking about Dean Pease and your defense.
Yeah, he's got to get this fixed now, Ronbo, because now we got to stretch. These are winnable games, even though we're going up against 2 tough defenses, the Giants, and then next week the Washington football team before we go to London to play the Jets. And I saw the defense did a little better against Tampa. We sacked them 3 times. Dante Fowler got his first sack, Ronbo. He needs 10 more, and he'll get an extra $4 million.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that amazing? And what an incentive package he got. But what I was impressed with is the fact that the Falcons scored against the Bucs. And I said, you know what? And the Bucs, the Bucs defense is supposed to be good. And the Eagles would not let the Falcons move the ball. Hell, the Eagles wouldn't let us move the ball. Every point we got was like pulling hen's teeth, right? So, that's something to say. And the Hawks are still talking. Okay, that's fine. I wish they had to play the Eagles this year.
Do you think the Bucs defense, and I'm not saying that they are, do you think they're believing their own press clippings because of last year and they're not focused on this year?
Maybe. That happens. I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
They're going to get a rude awakening. Yeah.
Yes, sir, because Carolina ain't no joke with that defense.
It seems they're a little better than anybody would have anticipated, doesn't it?
I called it. I told them in my chat that Carolina was going to be good this year because of their defensive players they got. I'm telling you, Ronbo, everybody's taking the 49er formula. Get all the number 1 picks on the defensive line. Carolina's got 2 and a second rounder. The Washington football team did it. The Giants doing it. It's starting to happen. They take it after what you guys did.
And And once upon a time, the Panthers had that kind of defense, and you got a great Pro Bowl linebacker, too. That's what the 49er formula is all about. We always seem to keep a premier linebacker, right? So, yeah, that's the formula.
And the Buffalo Bills has done it, too. They got the Buffalo Bills got 7, I think 3 first-rounders and 4 second-rounders all on their defensive line.
And their linebackers
Buffalo
are
Bills.
bad. That one linebacker I
Not bad.
drafted, you know?
Edmonds,
So,
yep.
Tony, we're going to go. I'm going to tell you what, I'll see you Friday. Always a pleasure. We'll talk to you then.
Yes, sir. I'm worried about Leonard Williams, man.
Yeah,
I'm worried.
and good reason, too. Leonard Williams is terrible, man. Oh,
Yes,
all right.
sir. I'll talk
Night.
to you Friday, so you have a good night.
You too. Night, Tony.
All
Mr.
right.
Black Ice 22 says, play our running backs. It's all about Kyle's game plan. Juice and Kittle will help the passing game. Debo will get a double probably, so the other wide receivers open. See, Mr. Black Ice, you get it. People always think that the quarterback's out there free to do whatever he wants to do. Kyle will never have a running quarterback just giving him free reign to do. You will run the program because I'm Kyle Shanahan. I know what I'm doing. Do what I say, and we'll win. Do not do what I say, and you'll sit. Just in time, this Justin says 7 teams called him, and he denied. He's a boxer now, and he is training for upcoming fight. Recheck your sources. Anyway, I hope you're all doing good. Justin, thanks, fam, and good to hear from you. And there's Chardall of SGA Sports Talk. Hey, Chardall, come on in, man.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hi, Chardall.
I have some words of advice for you.
Okay.
Don't worry about what people say. If people say Frank Gore sucks, just speak your mind, man. Don't worry about what people say, man. People are crazy. People say all these dumb stuff, just to put you down, man.
Yeah.
You just gotta speak. Just speak your mind, man. Just say whatever you want to say. Don't worry about those people, man. Those
I
people
did. I almost gave it the show, but then I backed up and said, no, I want Frankie. I want to see him out there. I mean, he doesn't have to be our main running back, but I'd love to see him on his. I don't know if we have a roster spot, and I think that's the argument, Chardall. I think people think you're going to take up a whole entire roster spot for Frank Gore. And if somebody said, hey, Ronbo, you going to vote on this? Are we giving up a spot for Frankie Gore? I would put my hand over it because, like you say, Chardall, people will come at you. I'd put my hand over it, and then I'd vote yes. I love me some Frank. Always did.
Because there's so many people that are, disrespectful out there. They're just they don't want to be hurtful, but that's just what they think.
Yeah. Well, they call themselves realists. I've always had problems with realists. And not you, Show. I love you, man. You're too hysterical. But there are those realists that I find very obnoxious because they think their definition of being a realist is fact. And that's what pisses me off. You're a realist with an opinion, as I say. That's what gets me going.
Because what I don't understand is that people think that they know what they're talking about. Like, they like they're gonna disobey everything people are saying and say like, I know what I'm talking about and it doesn't matter what you're saying.
Yes.
Do you agree with those people who just know what they're talking about and they know the subject? And
Chardall, I've seen you on Twitter. Unfortunately, I spend a lot of time going back and forth with those kind of people. I said to myself a month ago I was going to stop it, but I always get drawn into these stupid arguments with a lot of people on Twitter. Hey, Chardall, just because you mentioned it, I'm going to try not to do that for a few days. I always feel better when I don't. Because Chardall, like you say, they're always going to be there to fight with. I'm sick of that.
Yeah, but the thing about you don't have time with arguing with those people, man. I mean, there's no point arguing with those people over some, things that don't matter, like
true,
trivial information.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to argue with those people. They, maybe they just want to be left alone because maybe they're a little upset. They're not anything on you. Not anything on you,
But they're just having personal problems.
You're perfectly good, perfectly a great guy. I mean, there's nothing against you. I agree with what you say, and I agree with it. 100%.
Yeah, and that's not a prerequisite with me. A lot of people disagree with me. I don't always have a problem with them. It's when they take a position, and then we go back and forth. Because a lot of people disagree with me, and that's fine. And I disagree with them. It works both ways. So it's okay.
And another question about the Niners. That what are your tips on the Niners beating the Packers on Sunday Night Football? Are there any like keys like that the Niners need to focus on?
No,
if they want to beat the Green Bay Packers?
No, the Packers are the walking wounded. The defensive line and their offensive line is suspect, and not just a little bit, it's highly suspect. The Lions is a dumpster fire. They had the Packers, and they had them on the ropes in the first quarter, almost going toward the half, but they just couldn't finish, and they started letting Rodgers do whatever he wanted to do. Rodgers is not going to be able to just do whatever he wants to do against the 49ers defense. And I'm not sure what we're going to do on offense, though. That's the only thing I'm worried about without a run game, because, we're famous for basing everything we do off the run game, right? So I'm not sure. Kyle seems pretty calm about it, though, Chardal, so I'm not sure what's he got in mind.
I mean, So what are we gonna do with Raheem Mostert out and all these injuries? How are the 49ers gonna cope with all these injuries? Because we're getting too many players getting injured, and it's starting to become an issue. I mean, do you know what the team needs to do about that?
We're not going to find out until the first quarter, Friday night. The run game. Every place else, we've got the linebacker, we got Drake covered. We've got a couple other positions. The cornerback situation is probably semi-covered for now, but we're not going to find out about what the running back. This is the first time we've been in this unique situation. Even for us, this is unique. We never run completely out of running backs and start getting kids in here that have only got 2 or 3 days practice. I know nothing about us. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Hopefully Trey Sermon can come out of concussion protocol, and maybe Elijah Mitchell. It's going to be risky to run him out there, but that's going to be our 2 running backs, Shuttle, and we'll go from there, I guess. So, but we're going to run out of time. Shuttle, we're going to have to continue Friday, okay? Because it's late.
Yeah, it was really great coming on your show, and I like your sense of humor, man. You make me laugh every time you laugh. It just makes my day.
Well, yeah, Shuttle, I'm glad to hear that. Appreciate that.
You're a fun kind of guy. I mean, everybody needs to know you.
Thanks.
Hey, shout out to Ronbo Sports, man. Subscribe to his channel, man. It's a fun guy, man. You need to know this guy, man. Makes everybody's days a lot much more better.
Whoa.
Man,
Shut up. Thanks so much. All right.
I love you, man. You're great.
Thanks,
I hope
Let me
you
give
have
you
a
some
great
love back.
one, man. We'll talk more Niners football maybe like next time.
All right. I'll be back Friday looking for you. All right.
Okay.
Have
See
a
ya.
great night. All right.
See ya. Bye.
And it looks like Justin just made it in. Hey, Justin.
What a guy, man. I like that caller. Nice guy.
Shut old school, huh? Oh, by the way, he's got a friend from the UK, Gavin. Big shout out to Gavin. I meant to answer Gavin I'll get back. Gavin, I'll get back to you shortly. All right. But anyway, Justin, we're trying to address this problem.
I actually like the Jacquees Patrick pickup, from the Bengals. I have a friend who's a Bengals fan, and he was pissed that we took him from the Bengals.
Really?
He was pissed, like really beyond pissed.
But they don't let him
beyond
play.
pissed.
They got him on the practice squad.
I know. Yeah, well, he did really good in the preseason from what he was telling me. And, he was running really good. He had a good training camp. He was looking really great.
I only saw his college footage. I got to see what he looks like at the pro level. Oh, hey, which game did he? He must have played in some preseason games, right? I got to go back and look at the big Bengals preseason. Games. Oh, okay. Yeah. I got to see this.
Well, and he could be one of those, rare gems you pick up, because, anything can happen in this NFL. NFL is like, one of those things where you get a shot and you make the most out of it. And Raheem's proven to be that person. He's been cut from 5 different teams, and then he finally landed the gig with 49ers, and, this could be his shot right here. So,
Yeah, right. Look at Raheem Mostert. Who knew he would finally set an NFL postseason record running?
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, you never know.
But yeah, and to be honest, I'm not really all that freaked out about the running back. The issue right now, I think Green Bay's running defense is not so good from what I saw from Monday night before Lions flopped on their face. Before Lions flopped on their face, and kind of abandoned the run, for whatever reason. They were doing really good in the first half. For anybody who really watched the game, like Ashley watched it, they were really doing good in the first half.
Lions
and then they completely abandoned what they were doing, and then
and the defense, right?
And then
they decided to go cover. What they go to cover 2, and all of a sudden the Packers just start eating up the middle of the field like you're supposed to do, right? And then of course they got to do things that they weren't able to do in the first, actually the whole first quarter. So I said, well, you guys lost Olafano or whatever his name is, and he was the whole defense. What are you doing? And then, of course, the Pack went to work on him. That won't happen Sunday. If the 49ers got something working, they're not going to abandon it.
Oh, no. And, and it's just one of those things where you have to pound the ball against Green Bay. We've proven that against the NFC Championship game where you pounded that ball. And a lot of people were upset because Jimmy didn't throw that much. It was working,
Yeah.
And so it just happens to be. And we play at 5:20, so I do think that Trey Sermon's going to be playing because, things did look up for him for practice this week.
Yeah.
So, and I think, I forget his name. The other running back is not going to miss this time because, I do know he has a banged up shoulder, but from what I know, it's just
Elijah
a finger. So,
no,
Mitchell.
Well, they said it's a little more. It's a deep bruise. But you know what? They got so many treatments to put to that shoulder. He might not be so uncomfortable because I know he wants to play. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. We also got Juszczyk as well, and a lot of people are forgetting about Juszczyk.
Wouldn't it be funny if they used him to run?
Role in this offense.
Yeah, wouldn't it be funny if Juice is out there running?
He can run. He can run. He can run. That's the thing. He can run. He's had that stiff arm again when the Steelers game. He proven he can run. So if the time comes and we need somebody to run, I 100% give it to Kyle and be like, all right, take the ball, run it. We got it. And so I do think that he has the opportunity to show out if he's given that opportunity.
And even if you don't throw him the ball sometimes. I need to see him get some more passes. They don't do that often as I wish they would. Especially when you've got, that touchdown that we got with Juwan Jennings? Okay, Kyle drew that play up perfectly. He had George draw all the attention and Debo all of a sudden leaking out, and that's Pyle's favorite thing to do, all of a sudden leaking out into a wide open spot. It looks like Juwan Jennings. It is. Timmy hits him, and he walks into the end zone. And George Kittle joins him in the boogie.
Yeah. And Juwan finally showed up, too. And Juwan finally showed up ever since Tennessee days. Last year didn't go so well. He had a hamstring issue, and he was on IR. This year he's getting his shot, and he's making the most out of it. So I'm very happy for Juwan that he's making the most of his opportunity.
And he may get more, too. Because the film's going to be on him now, though. But that's all right, because every time you discover film on somebody, we leak somebody else out. It's time for Trent, what's his, the wide receiver we just got from AZ. I suspect he's going to get some shots this week. Could be from Trey, or we'll see. Sherfield. Anyway. All right, fam. Tell you what I'm going to do. Justin, man, you make us wait for like a month. What are you doing?
I've been working, man. Working like
I mean, you really are. You're working too hard, Justin. You can't make all the money in the world. Save some for somebody else. God.
I'm working like crazy, man. Paying the bills over here. Got to work like crazy. Bay Area's expensive, man.
Yeah, ridiculously so. You could buy a whole ranch for what some people are paying rent on. Anyway.
You're telling me. Okay. Well, y'all take care of yourself. Wash your hands and just stay safe and just count your blessings and just have a good night, everybody. And if you're driving right now, drive safe. You truckers, I know you guys work and listen to the show, so be safe, y'all, and have a good night.
You too, Justin. Have a great night, fam. No, GB fool. That's not what I said. You really have a comprehension issue, too. I said Jennings leaks out on the play while the Mr. Shut up. Hey, fam, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'll see you Friday. Bring your score. Thanks for the contributions tonight and the likes picked up. Yes, I love it. Bam. Oh, hey, Gavin, I'm gonna get over and talk to you. I got that note from you days ago. I just remembered you because of Chardol. You Welshman, you. No, wait. Scotch, you Scott. Wait a minute. He's just a Scot. Right, it's not Scott. You're Scott. You Scott, you mad Scott, you. Talk to you shortly. Have a good night, fam.